Hello everybody and welcome back to UKSG Green 2025. I am your new host, Howling Mad Michael. Apparently Howling third option at the moment. I don't know where third option came from. I don't know what anyone's talking about with that. We are raising money here for Crisis. If you want to make a donation, thank you to everyone who has so far. Exclamation donate in the Twitch chat will tell you everything you need to know. But without any further ado, it is crisisaurus with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu with any percent no mount skipped. Let's go!
This is probably a mistake from the UKSG department for letting me do a 3-hour 15 category with RNG, but we have 50 seconds to go through the entire intro section before the time actually starts. So let's go ahead and actually get into the game.
Okay.
If I can. So would you like to introduce yourself while I'm doing that?
I will indeed. Hello, folks. You may or may not have remembered listening to me just shortly. My name is TinyTim78. Crisis has asked me to come along and join them for this run. I absolutely adore this game. I'm a big Pokemon fan, especially Generation 1, my favourite generation. And this game is just fantastic. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I hope you enjoy it. As Crisis says, RNG fest, but we love it.
Well, you might love it. I'm the one dealing with it.
Indeed.
So once I get past this one, we'll start the game. So the timer starts on when we start the new game. So we'll start the game in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Good luck.
Before we actually do anything important, there is actually something that I need from you. I need the trainer name that we have an incentive for the entire time.
Yes. Let me just do one last little refresh just to make sure nobody has sniped in at the 11th hour. Just one moment. Right, no, that everything has been tabulated and calculated, and the official name is Bob.
Bob.
Nice.
I forgot to change this to English. Hold on. What? So it's just that. Is that it?
Yeah, just Bob.
Just Bob. Okay.
Bob.
If you're going to say Bob, you've got to do it Blackadder style. You've got to go Bob.
Okay, I guess it's Bob. And as for Arrival, he doesn't get any special treatment because I did submit this as a charity. I actually submitted like 5 different things, but you didn't want it, so it gets 1.
He just gets number 1. Yeah. He's secondary. We don't need to worry about him.
Well, actually, because how I set up my thing to be on symbol, I actually named myself and him ?
Oh, okay.
Just because I want to be different. Actually, like, obviously most Pokemon speedruns we do one character because it's not technically that much faster than this. It used to be way faster before, but obviously it's just, not having to type that much is obviously, time save.
I'm going to be insulting now and say that's a very podgy looking Pikachu.
I mean, to be fair, he's actually thinned down a little bit, actually.
Oh, right, okay.
He's actually been more podgy when he was back in the day.
Oh, fair enough.
So first thing we're going to do is simple Pokemon stuff, not talk to the TV, but actually do some menus. So that, and that. Apparently, I did not say yes to the menu, so that's already a great start. I'm already messing up menus. Thank you.
Fine.
It's fine.
Love the Pikachu plush on the table there.
It's fine. This is going to go over estimate. It's fine.
We're fine. What's a little estimate? Scammy doesn't mind, do you, Scammy?
So, settings I've changed. Text speed to fast, battle effects off. We don't actually need to see the battle animations. We're not Scarlet and Violet. Battle style set to set. We don't need to have a game ask us to switch every single time. And movie skipping on. Sorry, we're not watching any movies today.
Yeah, no cutscenes.
No cutscenes. I still have to manually skip them, and there's only like 5 cutscenes we get to skip, but 5's better than none.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the only thing in the settings. People say this is like the hardest menu in the game. It is. It's really hard because the entire game is like, you might be thinking, I'm only playing with one Joy-Con. Like, I'm playing specifically moving my character and everything with the left Joy-Con. So everything I have to do is on the left Joy-Con, and yeah, this is also an abomination of a controller because half of it is an actual Joy-Con and the other half is not. It's just a bootleg GameCube controller that has turbo.
Yeah, but while we were setting up here, Crisis said to me, I'm not being rude, but you'll need to move back a little bit. And I was like, okay. And he was like, yeah, because you might get lamped by the controller. I'm like, right, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so catching
Health
in
and
this
safety
game...
is important.
Yeah, so catching in this game, essentially this is meant to be like a spiritual remake of Pokemon Yellow with Pokemon Go mechanics, because this is what, 2017?
Yes.
No, 2018, that's the right year. And, Pokemon Go is like, very big and thing, and this is the first Switch game, and, Pokemon Go and all that it does make it for an interesting game in the sense that all the experience actually does come from catching and not from battles. And so being good at catching is definitely something that you need to be good, although there is a little bit of what I like to call skill issues.
I have to say, you mentioning there how old this game is, I'm feeling even older than normal. 2018.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID. We're talking, 7 years now, and I remember when this game came out, and absolutely loving this game when it came out.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest, I was actually a hater of this game.
Oh, okay.
So-
What changed your mind? What about the speedrun made you enjoy it a bit more?
Obviously, when this game came out, I was not into speedrunning. I only started speedrunning in 2022.
Okay.
And I was like, as a casual, it's like, I was kind of just playing this game because I was just waiting for Smash to come out, and 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
And
fair enough.
then, I guess when I got into speedrunning, there was a tournament race that was happening, and that was kind of like the inspiration that got me into learning Pikachu. And yeah, and after those 2 years, despite being a new runner, I actually have what I consider to be a pretty competitive time on the leaderboards, which is, I believe, currently now 14th place on the leaderboard.
Very good, yeah. I do have a question, though.
Yep.
It's probably the obvious question, and
go ahead,
I
answer it.
apologize if people are annoyed at me asking it. And, I mean, why not? But why Pikachu and not Eevee?
So there's the actual answer I will give and the funny answer. Which one do you want to hear first?
Oh, let's go for the funny answer.
Pikachu's better.
Okay, yeah. Pika. Yeah.
The actual funny answer, the actual answer is that I do own both, but I own Eevee physically, and physical games on the Switch do run slower.
Ah, makes sense.
But also, I do like the fact that in Pikachu, most Pikas are just runnable, which means you can just start the run immediately and not have to, hope that your stats are good and all that. We still have to hope that the stats are good, but it's like, there's more runnable Pikas than there are runnable Eevees.
Yeah, makes sense.
Eevee's, Eevee's stingy, okay? Eevee wants good attack, good special attack, good speed, and it's like, if you don't have none of those good things, it's like, it ain't runnable. Pikachu, it just needs a good attack stat, that's it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yep, that's
So-
good. That's a good answer.
This
I'll
is
go
now
with
me
that. Yeah.
jinxing that I'm going to get a bad attack Pikachu, and I'm going to have to suffer through
When
the
do
entire...
we check it? Check it shortly, do we?
So we check. So there is actually an optimal place to check for Pikachu, which Eevee does not get to check there. So coming up is obviously Rival. We get to have some inclination of our stats, specifically 2 of them. We get to know if we get the unfortunate. So every Pokemon in this game obviously has IVs, but the starter that we get has perfect IVs. So all the stats are perfect.
Yep.
But its nature is what determines.
Okay, so it's the nature we're looking for.
So, in this fight, we can have some clues. I also noticed earlier there's a CP that Pikachu has. If it's 27, it's always neutral, but I noticed it's 26. So, by knowing this damage, I know for a fact that this is not plus defense, which is the worst nature you could possibly get, because there's nothing beneficial. This special attack seems okay, so I don't think it's plus special. So I think it's it's not plus special, and it's not plus defense. Being plus defense is massive. I hate plus defense is like there's a 50-50 chance that it's like bad. So
Okay.
not knowing
Interesting
that.
then.
So in the next fight, we will actually get to learn the stats of our Pikachu.
Excellent.
And what's funny is that only Pikachu gets to learn their stats on that fight. Eevee doesn't, because you are short by 1 experience point.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, okay.
Right, so we could do something very dangerous.
So you'll level up when you get something here.
Oh yeah, but we could do something very dangerous if we really want to. So, and this might raise a lot of money, but it might cause the estimate to go a bit over.
Oh dear. Okay.
So
Close your ears, scare me.
we can pet the Pikachu in this game.
Oh, yes, of course. Got to pet your Pika. Yep.
How much money per pet?
I don't know.
I'm letting you decide.
Okay.
So if Skenme asks, you blame you.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Say, I don't know, £5 a pet?
That's cheap.
I know. I love Pikachu.
Oh god. Okay. Skenme, I apologize in advance.
Let's say £10 a pet. Then.
Okay.
Let's give Skenme at least a little bit of.
All right.
comfort.
So £10 a pet for the Pikachu.
Excellent.
I should have taken a picture of that. The good news, we're not minus attack.
Very
Bad
good.
news, I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So, in my eyes, that's runnable.
Good. We'll go with that.
So
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain I saw. Actually, is it? Or about a. There is another point where I get to find out the nature exactly.
Okay.
And I will be taking a picture, so I actually know.
Yep.
But until then, I will not know. I'm pretty sure I'm not minus attack. If I am minus attack.
Okay. Yep. Let's just hope that doesn't happen.
Yes, so we're going to pass through here. So we're not actually going to be doing it. Even though this entire speedrun, we do need to do catches. Specifically, Koga's gym requires us to get 50 Pokemon
50,
registered.
yep.
We're actually going to wait to catch our Pokemon for the time being. Mainly because we actually want to catch them higher level so that not only does it give us more experience, but also we don't have to wait.
Yep.
In the meantime, we have a couple of fights that are just spam Thundershock win. So if you have any donations.
Yeah.
Well, we do indeed. We have £25 from Mortified the Penguin.
That's
I have to say, I absolutely love that name. With the comment, I've got to know, what does Mega Monkey Mode entail? Well, what does Mega Monkey Mode entail? Well, that is for our run later today, which is the secret. It is the secret of Monkey Island.
Curse of Monkey Island.
Curse of
Sorry.
There's too many Monkey Island games. There's not enough. Sorry. There's not enough Monkey Island games. Curse of Monkey Island. What is Mega Monkey? Well, it is essentially just a lot more of everything. You are going to see a lot of content that you just do not see when playing the game in its, I'm doing air quotations here, but easy mode. So please do donate towards that cause. And I've got to say as well, we've already had a few murmurings about the pirate song. Well, if that donation incentive is met, we may have another one to include a certain pirate song in its full. Which, if you know, you know, and if you don't know, you don't go YouTubing it. Just if you can donate, make a donation. Make sure you get your incentive in place because it is well worth it. But thank you for that donation, Mortified the Penguin, and back to you and Pikachu.
Also, so one of you is going to have to keep count of how many times I have to pet. I can't barely count to 50, so
Well, that would be 2, I believe.
yeah.
Yep.
So I will do it at my earliest convenience,
No problems.
which will actually be.
The pets are coming in, but I'll let them. You know, we'll let them build up a little.
So I can actually hold on. Do it now. Do some of them now.
Oh my! What have you started this petting?
Oh, look. Yeah,
So
pet the Pikachu.
So this is what your $10 is going towards, by the way.
There you go. Look
Each
at that.
$10.
He's a happy Pikachu.
Right, but now actually to do the menu. So I do lure. So now every Pokemon that now spawns at the highest level +1.
Okay.
So I actually want to grab this Oddish first because I actually do need the Oddish. Brock has a very specific gym requirement, being the fact that you need to either get yourself a Grass-type Pokemon or Water-type Pokemon. Tim, I have one simple question for you. What Water Pokemon can you catch before Brock's gym?
You can't.
Correct answer.
I knew that one.
So, you can't actually catch a Water
Nope.
Pokemon, but you can catch a Grass Pokemon. And for Pikachu, they're actually version exclusive.
It's Oddish and Bellsprout.
So it's Oddish and Bellsprout, yes. Oddish for Let's Go Pikachu and Bellsprout for Let's Go Eevee. There is also a special spawn of Bulbasaur, but that is a 0.5% chance to spawn, and that's probably not going to happen.
Not going to happen, yeah.
At least, it might not happen. We'll never know. Anyway, now it's time for actually us doing something known as 2 controller catches, which is essentially throwing 2 balls instead of 1 by using the second controller. We'll be using a lot of the second controller later, but this is one of the main purposes. The main reason why we want to use the second controller is, 1, it helps us actually, the catch rate does increase, but 2, we get more experience, which is very important for both Pikachu and a lot of things, just to make sure they get the levels up. But especially in the early game, the higher the level the Pikachu is, the better. Especially the fact that we do actually need to get to level 15 by Misty, because if we don't, she kicks us out.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So now I just need to find one Weedle. There it is. There's the
While we're
Weedle.
wheedling, have we got a second for some words?
Yep.
Go for it, Mike.
What have you started with this Petting the Pikachu?
Oh no.
Oh dear.
We have 3 donations, started with £10 from Paul Lister. Did somebody say petting the chew for a tenner? Count me in.
Oh dear.
Now, do you want to pet the chews as we go along here, or do you want me to just keep tabs?
Keep tabs, and whenever it's convenient, I'll do it.
Okay, I'll keep tabs. We have a £10 donation from Anonymous. 1 pet, please. And we have a £30 donation from Tojan, or Tojan. Forgive me if I've mispronounced that. Pet that Chonkachu. Also, see you tomorrow. So that is 3 pets so far, and as we can see in our total, we're already up to £669. Very nice meme number there, but thank you all for those donations. Please do keep them coming in.
So we've done pretty much all of our catches now here in Viridian Forest, so we can now leave comfortably.
Okay, nice.
We got essentially the 3 most important Pokemon here. The bugs are very nice here because they count as 3 Pokemon instead of just 1.
The quick level ups, yeah.
Yeah, they're quick level ups.
I do have a question regarding money here.
Yeah.
Are we fighting these trainers primarily for experience or money or both?
We are fighting these trainers because they are mandatory.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense, yeah. I should know that, but yeah, okay.
We will be doing some shopping later. Actually, we'll be doing 3 shops in the entire run. We are going to be picking up items that gives us money, but we're not actually going to be fighting any extra trainers for money or experience.
Money specifically, right.
Because they don't give a lot. So
Okay, so it's just mandatory trainers really that we're going to be encountering.
So here I'm going to make an executive decision to catch this rat early, mainly just for some extra experience.
Time.
So now we're just going to wait for this to eventually attack me. Thank you.
Hey! One rodent in the ball.
And
there we go.
a lot of the times I'm waiting for I'm keeping track of where the circle is so that when it does its attack cycle, depending on how long the attack cycle is, I can time it to throw it at exactly the excellent time.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
that would be a rat, and that should be both Caterpie and Weedle leveled up. And also Oddish getting level 10 is actually very important because we're actually using the Oddish in the next fight.
Yeah.
Because
It makes sense. Grass over rock. Yep.
Yeah. Mainly, yeah, that's pretty much the main thing.
Ooh.
So
He is evolving.
Yeah, so we are getting ourselves 2 evolutions right now. So, and they tend to take about 30 seconds each. There's a copy pasta about it. Shut up.
We have 2 more donations. We have £10 from Andrew of Bob. I don't know if that's an actual username or a reference to Bob, our protagonist here, but that has gone towards the Mega Monkey mode for Curse of Monkey Island with the comment, more pets. More pets. And we also have £10 from Dark Shocks, once again going towards the Mega Monkey in donation incentive, or a pirate voice required here. We are very busy today, petting Pikachus and upgrading monkey runs. Thank you for those donations. Please do keep them coming in. Exclamation donate in chat gives you all the information you need to do so. And we are raising money for Crisis, so it's an incredible cause here. So please do keep them coming in. But yeah, a lot of pets building up. But back to you.
I still didn't check what my stat was. I think I saw... I forgot what stat is up there, but it's one of my offensive stats is now down, which isn't bad. Also, how many pets are we at right now?
We're at 5.
Not that one. That one. So,
Happy Pika. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Pikachu getting some love today. I like it.
Cool. By the way, if that counter ever gets to 10, please do just interrupt so I can actually give them the pats.
I would love for it to get to 10, and rest assured I will interrupt if it does.
Yeah, so one thing I need to do before we continue is I need to do that. Put the Oddish in the party in the front.
Rock time coming up.
Yeah, so Brock is a pretty simple fight for Pikachu. Well, mainly because Pikachu's not the one doing it.
Fair enough.
And it's going to be a common theme in this run where Eevee tends to like to do a lot of the things itself because, it's, I'm independent and all that, whereas Pikachu is like, I need the power of friendship. And we will be seeing a lot of friends. Hopefully some of them do spawn in time because, let's just say some like to be not spawning in time, but we'll worry about that when we get there.
Sorry, can I just step in for a second? Because we have a donation here that creates a wonderful segue.
Oh, no.
No, don't worry, nothing bad. We have £10 from Big the Dave with the comment, I'm confused. What's the incentive? Pet or kill the Pikachu?
Oh, Dave!
And just in regards to that incentive, that £10 has gone towards our other donation incentive. The Mega Monkey's getting a lot of attention, but I should remind people as well, we do have the Kill or Spare the Creature donation incentive for Redo. So, maybe, I'm quite happy for these to be spread around a bit if people want to get into maybe not necessarily killing the Pikachu, but you have the donation incentive to kill or spare the creature. So thank you for that donation, Big the Dave, and please keep them coming.
Yeah, one thing to know about this fight, being level 10 is nice because it means that this Onyx is not a range.
Okay.
So it's not like a chance to kill.
Yep.
I do not know the exact special attack that I need to know about, what exactly is to do. Some people who actually play this game more than me actually do, but I just know that level 9, there's a chance you won't knock it out.
Level 10, you're sorted.
You're sorted.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about it.
Good stuff. Nice block down there. I love the boss music, by the way. That's one of my favourite pieces of music, pretty much in any game ever, really. And the remix here is really, really nice.
Yep. Now it's time to do our first of 3
Another
shops.
piece of good music.
Yeah.
And we get it for like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm just
Denied.
going through
Denied.
all that. Bye, Blue. Hopefully we don't see you later. Anyway, so we're going to actually do our first shopping. Shopping, we tend to buy a lot of items here. We are going to buy more balls. Yep.
Need lots of them.
Yeah, so we are going to need lots of them. So we're going to actually buy 8 of you. And then we're actually also going to buy some X items. X items are great because they essentially, by the cost of your turn, boost your stats. And then since this is a Gen 7 game, it actually boosts your stats by 2. We're also going to buy some antidotes and some awakenings. But we need to make sure that we have at least 500 for a reason that we'll explain very, very shortly.
Okay.
X items are great because in Gen 7, they actually raise your stats by 2 stages instead of just 1.
Yep.
At a cost of 1 of your turn. So X attack boosts your attack. Basically, essentially doubles your
Doubles
attack.
your attack, yeah.
X special doubles your special attack and X
Big
defend.
difference, yeah.
Yeah, so here there is technically a cycle that I could just go gamble for it, but I'm... There we go, that's the gamble cycle.
Oh, nice.
And here, we actually get to talk about something known as bonus spawns. So for Pikachu here in this route, you actually get 2 bonus spawns that Eevee does not get, which is the Mankey and the Sandshrew. So I'm actually trying to listen closely to see if I do get a Mankey or a Sandshrew. And I don't get either. That is unfortunate, but there is a chance I can get some later. And now we're heading to the area where most runs come to die.
Mount Moon.
Mount Moon. But before that, we're going to get the best deal of our lives and buy this Magikarp.
And it's actually useful because it just sits in the party soaking experience until it evolves.
No.
Does it not?
No, so this is actually the fastest catch in the game.
Okay.
But we're not actually going to evolve it. We're actually going to deposit it very, very soon.
Oh, wow, okay.
Because it takes 15 levels to evolve it. So, and typically we don't really want to do that much. Oh, hi, Paris. I'm not going to catch you yet because I want you to be higher level later so I can actually... That is unfortunate. But we're going to have a lot of, like, accidental encounters, aren't we? That was just, like, it just spawned on me.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of that today.
Instant Paris, yeah.
So...
What's interesting about the Magikarp? I wasn't... Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so... Yeah, we don't actually get, because it actually would be better to actually, in like categories like all obtainable Pokemon, to actually just catch a Magikarp later, evolve it, level up once, and then become Gyarados. But here, we just care about the catch, and it is, again, the fastest catch in the game.
In the game, yeah, fair enough, because, yeah.
You pay 500, you get one Pokemon for free.
Yeah.
And there's actually going to be 2 more Pokemon later that we get for free, which is really great. We're also actually going to continue using Oddish in these next 2 fights, because they're just slightly better, instead of just using the Pikachu. So here we just, acid twice, and the Braille Spark goes down. And then the next thing what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go a little bit forward and fight a trainer that we have to fight anyway. So all these trainers that I am fighting, they are of course mandatory. Like we do not want to fight any extra trainers, and if you do hit a spinner, it is your fault.
Okay.
So. Because there are no actual, true spinners in this game. Everyone just rotates. Not in a set cycle, but they do just rotate
Yeah.
like that,
They're
like that.
reasonably easy to...
Reasonably easy,
past.
but also when they are actually in the act of rotating, they don't actually see you.
Okay.
And also their line of sight is very thin, and we're going to be abusing that a lot later on.
Nearly got a surprise Zubat there.
Yeah, we don't want to... Even though we do have Zubat planned, so in my laptop here, I actually have a tracker, which keeps tracks of how many Pokemon I've caught so far. Right now, we're in 8, which we need 50. We need... Zubat is on the plan, but we're not going to catch it now. If we catch it in Rock Tunnel, we can then actually get Zubat evolve into Golbat in one level.
Rather than Golbat, yeah. So it's preferable to catch them at higher levels,
It is.
so they're closer to the evolution.
Yeah.
And it's easier to get them.
There
count as two, basically.
Yeah, there is one exception. There are a few exceptions, like catching Rat early is good because you can then get Raticate later and get more experience that way. You can also... Another example of like an odd one out is... Right now, we're going to catch a Geodude. Even though we could catch Geodude later, it's actually just really good experience. I also did not check again.
We've now got Headbutt and Pikachu.
Yeah, so just as coverage option. Right, when I get to teaching Zippy Zap, I definitely need to check. So here, we're going to go get the lore. We're going to get ourselves the Moonstone. I'm actually going to check something on my timer. And then, oh, nice Clefairy. That is a very good thing to get. I'm going to get this Nugget. And if I can get to the Clefairy first...
Nice.
We can then catch this. We're then going to switch one of our Pokeballs into Great Balls right now, just to increase the catch rate. We're now going to wait for this thing to attack or jump. It attacks, so this is nice.
Nice.
And we get the Excellent, which is very good because we want the most
For the
amount of
XP.
experience.
Yep.
So there's a lot of catch modifiers that you can put together into this, and one of them, another important one, is like the first throw bonus. So there's like first throw, 2P, Excellent. The more you get, the more experience you get. We need to be fine. We need to be specifically about level 14 and a bit experience. That way we get to 15 by Misty.
Nice. Yeah. That's all the bugs going up as well. Yeah.
Yep, they're both level 10, which means we get both bugs evolved.
Evo! There we go.
So now that I've noticed that there is a Geodude, I now have to be a bit careful when it comes to experience, because what every time you get an unnecessary level up, you do lose a bit of time. But every time I try to learn a move, you also lose a little bit more time.
Okay.
And we really don't want to get Butterfree to level 13.
Understand. Yeah,
because it learns 3 moves in
it picks
one
up
level.
lots of moves, yeah.
And so we want to try not to do that. So
And then you'll be dumping it,
and
I
then
imagine.
we will be depositing it. Ideally, we want to catch Geodude, then Paris. Although there is an argument that if I see a glowing Paris... I should also explain glowing Pokemon.
I was going to ask if they were more important.
So glowing Pokemon are Pokemon that are either super big or small. And they do actually give more experience when catching them.
All right,
so they
nice.
are preferable to catch.
Yep.
However, there is something that you cannot see until you catch, which is something known as a super-sized Pokemon, which, if you do catch one of them, they can multiply your experience by 4.
Oh, okay. But there's nothing to indicate that until you actually catch it.
So it's just, if you get it, you get it. Also, do I get the double Moonstone? No, I don't. And I actually do get both Paris and Geodude. So that is everything here. Now, for Geodude, we actually have something a little bit interesting. I'm going to wait till it attacks and throw it right there. So Geodude is a specific Pokemon but when it does its punch, you can actually throw it and guarantee an Excellent. So that's a couple of other things.
I like it.
And then the final thing I want to show up with Paris, which is another interesting Pokemon, where I'm actually going to try do a strat called YOLOing, which is, as you probably can guess, we're just going to go in and YOLO throw the Pokemon.
YOLO straight on it. Yeah. Okay. I like Paris. I've got a soft spot for Paris for some reason. Zubat's getting in the way.
I'll probably hit the Zubat encounter. Nice. Yeah, so that's that. So that's what Paris is here.
Yeah, Geodude.
Clefairy and Geodude.
Excellent.
So that is 13. Is about right.
The level ups. Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I love about this game, by the way, is the catching. Because you get experience from catching, it incentivizes you to catch, and you're catching everything basically.
Right. So I'll do this now. And remove everything from the party because they don't need any more experience. Especially if we find a certain specific Pokemon in this cave. But we'll talk about that if it
shows up.
If it shows up, because that would be pretty nice. So this is a spinner, so I'm gonna wait. There we go.
Yep. So.
And now we just pretty much go through normal rock tunnel. We are level 14. We would like to be higher level, but it's fine. I copium, but unless I have minus attack, in which case we are going to have some problems. But it's fine.
It's fine. We're doing fine. I just love, as somebody, as I said earlier, as somebody who loves Pokemon, primarily the first generation of Pokemon, this game is so nostalgic to me. I just love it. I love this game. To see all the areas and all the sort of Pokemon and everything just done in the more modern styles, I love
This
it.
drowsy control. Okay, we flinched it. That's fine. That's perfect. So headbutt has a 20% chance to flinch. Most of the time, we would just be headbutting something just to make sure that, we don't so you have a chance to flinch so it doesn't do any annoying moves. It does have 2 annoying moves. It has Hypnosis, which can put you to sleep, and then Confusion, which has a 10% chance, unless your meat's like 30, to confuse you.
Beat yourself up. Yeah.
So we don't want to deal. So thankfully we don't have to deal with this. Oh, that's too bad.
This remix here of this theme actually makes this dungeon more bearable. Whereas in the original, wasn't a big fan.
Yeah. So these rocket grunts, they're not too exciting that much. We're just going to be using Pikachu, which is going to be Thunder Shocking. And I'm also going to make sure that when Pikachu does level up to level 15, which should happen in fight, I'm going to make sure that I actually take a picture of the stats.
The stats, yeah.
Because I actually will need to know... Oops, did not mean to talk to you. I do actually need to know the attack stat exactly, because then I'll know the likelihood that this Pikachu knocks out Misty Starmie in one hit, which... There's also something I should probably explain. Every single time I level up, I gain an AV in a stat. Where it goes is random, but there is some ways that it gets manipulated. One, your nature manipulates which AVs that you can get. Ooh, I do not like that attack stat. I actually might be minus attack, which is annoying, but fine.
Okay.
We'll deal with the consequences of it later.
Yep.
So how it gets influenced is your characteristics influence it. Yeah. Your characteristics influence it. Nice avoid on the supersonic. And also your nature. So if you are minus something, you will not get an AV on that stat unless your characteristic boosts it. So
Understand. Yeah.
I don't keep... Some people do keep track of it, and I think it's more important to keep track of it in Eevee than it is in Pikachu. But that's something that we'll worry about later. And yeah, so now we're going to head into the first of many Jesse and James fights. And this is actually, because obviously back in Yellow, there wasn't any such thing as double battles. Yeah. We are actually going to be doing that as double battles. And actually, this is the first case that we are going to be utilizing our X items.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So here, we're going to, obviously, classic Coughing and Ekans. We all love our Jesse and James. Versus a
Snick.
This is not quite so classic Pikachu and Oddish combo. So here, we're going to go Thunder Shock. And here, we're going to go into our X specials to boost our special attack by 2 stages, doubling it. Not even my special attack is that good. What is this Pikachu? I need to... this is just poor on both sides. That's, not ideal, but we'll worry about it.
Yeah, we'll live. Pikachu needs all the pets. So.
Yeah. Oh boy, this is still not exactly great for this Pikachu.
Once this fight is finished, we'll try and get you in, Mike.
Don't poison me and we should be good. Okay, just get paralyzed.
Poison.
Yeah, poisoning is kind of slow, but it's Fine. I will also
I just love the big
use-
grin of Coffin's face. I mean, Coffin's always happy.
Right, so am I actually going to level up here? I don't think I am, so I might have to actually wait outside the Mount Moon. Yeah, I have to wait. I actually have to catch a few things extra, so that's going to be fun. So let's see if we get we did say that there are 2 bonus spawns that we could get, and maybe we can actually get them. So Sandshrew and Mankey are exclusive to Let's Go Pikachu,
Okay.
and hopefully we can get them. So we're going to ignore everything here because we do not need any of these items. I am going to be selling the fossil, which is a tad bit risky, but it means that I pretty much don't get 2 catches, but I get more money. And we do get a Mankey.
Monkey, very nice. While we're doing that, can we throw it over to Mike?
Yep.
Absolutely. We have a £10 donation from Original Balm that has gone towards the Cursor Monkey Island Mega Monkey donation incentive. I'm just getting that part out of the way first because, oh my, they've given me a bit of a task here. So, yeah, sorry, I'm going to do the best I can. It's been, I may not get the exact intonation correct. It's been a while since I've watched Pokemon. But to protect the world from devastation, to unite all people within our nation, to denounce the evil of truth and love, to extend our reach to the stars of above, Crisisaurus and Tim. Team UKSG blast off at the speed of light. Surrender now or prepare to fight. Mad Mike, that's right. Thank you for that donation.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I was really hoping that somebody was going to do some kind of reference to Team Rocket at some point. So
Absolutely fantastic.
Thank you for that donation. I have to say, that has taken us to £709, which, considering we're only, what are we, 4 hours in so far? Maybe 3-4 hours? That is an incredible amount of money that we've raised so far. So thank you to everyone who has donated. It's !donate in Twitch chat for all the information you need. Or if you want to do it the hard way, donate.uksgmarathon.uk will take you to the website. But thank you everyone who has donated. And yeah, thank you Original Balm for making me recite that.
All right, so a couple of things we did here. One, we taught Pikachu an incredibly busted move called Zippy Zap.
Zippy Zap.
So it's a +2 priority move. So it will go mostly first of almost everything. There are some moves that I'll prioritize it. Second thing is that it also always crits. So it's always going to do an extra, technically 50% damage and ignoring the damage boost of
this poor beauty's fish is about to get fried.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
What's the stats like? Yeah, that was what I was going to ask.
how do I describe it? Actually, I have the simplest way to describe this Pikachu. It's ass.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So
That was Ash, yeah? ASH.
yeah.
We have the butter chew.
So
That's
we're
not
actually
so
going to
good.
do something called a safety strat, which is I'm actually going. This is actually something I would showcase later, but we can actually do 2P fights in this game, which is essentially us bullying the NPCs by doing a 2v1.
Yep.
And we're actually going to be doing it in this fight particularly because so this Pikachu Zippy Zap's range on Starmie is not guaranteed. So we're just going to have to do this, and then we're going to go here and just give the X attack to Pikachu. So Pikachu on one turn gets the attack buff and just knocks out the Psyduck in one hit. And then,
Psyduck. I like Psyduck.
and then here, because we are not guaranteed to knock out this Starmie, what we're going to do is we're then going to double up on this. This is a 5 and 16 to knock out this Starmie, exactly. And we didn't get it, so... But that's fine, because we had 2 Pokemon, we actually made it manipulate to actually use Swift more likely than actually utilizing...
Hey, it's power of friendship. That's what it is.
Yeah. 36, that's not great. But anyway, that is Misty, and that is the second gym. It would be a shame if we're not going to do a gym for another hour and a half. It would be a shame, but... So...
And I love the little tail slap. It's great.
Yeah, so... We also get the TM for Skull. That's going to be important for much, much later. I will say that ideally we do actually want to do most of the fights 1P. It is actually slower to do them 2P. It's only faster to do them 2P if doing it 1P is horrible.
Okay.
So
with that one, you were pretty certain it was going to be a challenge on the Starmie.
Yeah,
so
because the problem is that pretty much in most cases, if you don't knock out the Starmie knocks out you.
Yep. Okay. Understand.
And you just black out, and you most of the time just black out and die. And so
Yeah.
that's why I took the
Still
safer
the
approach.
Yeah, understandable.
The safer approach, because it's like 5 and 16. That's not likely to knock out.
A bird.
It's a Pidgey.
It's a very fried pigeon.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very fried Pidgey.
Yeah, there it goes. It never gets old. I'm sorry.
So that's going to be a Pidgey. Oddish is going to be a little bit more of a pain. We actually are going to 2-hit KO this Oddish, and hopefully it's not going to do anything annoying to us. This might not make it a 2-hit.
Might not finish it. Ooh.
Okay, so we're just going to have to...
We've got crit on them as
And
well.
then this is going to be slow because this Oddish is now going to super potion. And then finally now this is it. Yeah, this is like what we like to call the slow fight because this Pikachu's attack stand is not that good.
Okay.
But that is completely fine.
And
then
he's
finally,
got
yeah, so yeah, he have a rival thing. We're gonna just double kick it.
Please don't kick the Eevee.
Sorry, we
too
just
late.
kicked it twice.
Oh dear. I just love this game, you see, because it's all about beautiful, lovely little creatures beating each other up.
I mean, if you want to continue talking about more about this game, we are about to enter what we like to call Nugget Bridge.
Nugget Bridge, yes.
Which is also basically the most boring part of the game.
Well, I could talk all day about this game. I mean, yeah.
It's literally just five trainers where you just spam Zippy Zap the entire way.
Okay, so it's Zippy Zap for the win here then, is it? Right,
Yeah.
okay, that's cool.
Well, there's one fight that I'm going to do something a little bit more interesting, but it's pretty much just, hey, look, our Pikachu's like, what, level 16 versus level 9.
Level 9, yeah. A little Zippy Zap to the face and bye-bye
Yeah, so
that.
just to keep it clear for people to know about my stats, I am plus speed, which is completely useless for Pikachu.
Yeah.
Because Pikachu...
priority on Zippy Zap.
It's not even just priority, just Pikachu is just so naturally fast that I consider minus speed to be a benefit.
Oh, okay.
Because of how fast Pikachu actually is.
Fair enough.
And its minus is minus special attack, which right now is not a big deal.
Yeah.
Because...
Not ideal, though.
And I should, if I figured that out, I was actually minus special. I actually should have did the first chopper slightly differently.
Okay.
But because I didn't figure that
But you
out...
can still work around it, though, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Right now it's fine because you only have physical moves. Also, what's my attack stat here? It is... Oh my
38.
god, 38.
Yeah.
That is low.
We just fried a duck. Sorry, duck.
So this fight, we're actually going to be doing a little bit...
Oh, double on this one.
So we're actually going to do a double on this one. You can do this 1P, but typically I make the decision, even in PBs, to either go 1P.
It's me. It's youngster Timmy.
So
Right. And I've got Sandshrew.
So the main reason why we do this is actually, if my Pikachu's health is low, I actually like to potion in this fight and then use the Oddish to knock out the Sandshrew in one hit.
Yeah.
So instead of having to normally if you don't do that, you would then have to headbutt the Sandshrew.
Yep.
And if it doesn't flinch, it has two very annoying moves. There's
And it could
Poison
damage you.
Sting,
Yep.
which can poison you 10% of the time, or 50 if you're me. Or the other is Sand Attack, which will make you miss.
Yep.
So
Sand Attack sucks. Yep.
So that's why that's why it's like I tend to do the Oddish strat, especially if I need to heal Pikachu, if Pikachu's on low HP. This Meowth can be slightly annoying because Zippy Zap is +2 priority. Okay, didn't go for it. It does have the move Fake Out, which is a +3 priority.
Okay.
It's
Interesting.
+3 priority,
Cool.
and it always flinches. But it can only be used on the first turn.
Right, okay, cool.
So you kind of just have to get lucky if some of these Pokemon use Fake Out or not. And some of these AI are planned to be using Fake Out, but we do plan around that in future fights.
Oh, it's a puppy!
Yeah, speaking of
Puppy
we're
Pokemon.
going to need to find one of these poppers soon.
Oh, you're going to get a puppy soon? Cool, excellent. We like the puppy.
Well, we would like to see it because it's actually very important for future stuff, but we'll worry about that one. But
it just falls over on its side. Oh, I love it.
And then here we go get ourselves.
I love this guy. I love this costume change, by the way.
Yes, this costume change is definitely the costume change of all time.
There he goes.
He also changed his hair color. So, funny little thing, I actually talked to him, and so we're going to get the bridge background, but if you actually walk up in front of his vision, you actually get the grass background instead.
Oh, that's cool.
So, it depends on where you actually
And
find
he's
him.
going batty for the first one. There he goes. This is going to be.
So this is not the thing I am kind of like not afraid of. Like Zubat just
Zubat is Zubat. Yeah.
Zubat and Zubat. It's the coughing I'm slightly more concerned about. If you had high enough attack, which this Pikachu doesn't, you can just Zippy Zap knockout. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to initially headbutt it to see if I can flinch it. Okay, good. We missed the Smog.
Okay.
So Smog is annoying because it can poison, and poison is just... I have to go into the menu and do all that, and I don't want to do that.
Slow. Yep.
It's slow. We want to go fast, ideally.
Love the shock face.
And now
brilliant.
we got to do one of the first skips in this run, which
we
is
don't,
dubbed...
do we get the Charmander though? Do we not?
No.
No, we don't.
We can't get the Charmander
Oh, right, okay.
because we don't have enough catches.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
There we go. Then we do that. Go around
Very
you.
nice.
And then there's these two trainers. You think I have to fight them?
Oh, that's clever. I like that.
And then
Nice
we can
bit of
pick
movement.
up- Yeah. So there's actually a skip I did earlier, just there, which is known as Knock Skip. I did not mean to go in front of his vision, but that's fine. Essentially, there's this hiker that sees you, but if you walk in a very specific way, he can't actually see you, and you can just save a few seconds and not having to wait a cycle. So I managed to do this whole thing without having to wait a single time.
This always makes me crack up. The poor Magikarp just sitting there, grounded and fried. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much that whole section. It's pretty much just basic fight.
It's Krabby! I like Krabby.
Yeah, we're about to have some fried crab right now.
Yeah, fried crab. There we go.
Yeah, well, we're just going to say everything that's going to be fried every time we just see something get
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's fine.
It's lightning bolt. I mean, yeah, it's Zippy Zap. He's deep frying everything.
So now we have this whole section where there's actually a kind of a funny story about this. So one speedrunner, I don't know his name, essentially did this whole section, went to Bill, but didn't actually activate a part of a cutscene. And so when he left, he was like, oh, I didn't do a specific thing. And so he, obviously the run died. But that became a meme category, which is known as Ditch Bill.
Ditch Bill. Yes.
So
Bill is a particularly chunky Nidorino.
Well, he's actually a person who kind of fused himself with a Nidorino. It's a complicated thing. So
I know.
But Ditch Bill is just, you walk out, you ditch Bill. But we actually need to save Bill because he gives us plot requirement item.
Yeah, he gives us a ticket to the
But there's actually a couple of interesting meme categories in this one. Two of which are obviously Ditch Bill, and the other one is Get Kicked by Koga.
Get kicked by Koga?
Yes, get to Koga without having 50 Pokemon in your party.
Oh, got it. Yes. Yeah, not enough to get in. Yeah.
Yeah, not enough to get in.
Yeah.
That one uses a Alolan Dugtrio as its main, which is kind of funny.
Interesting.
Anyway, this is our last chance to see Squirtle here. That it can spawn. It's a 0.5% chance. It is kind of funny if you see it, but it's not like...
I take it even if you see it, you wouldn't go for it.
No, no, it's we can't get back there. Anyway, and that Charmander guy, you can only get the Charmander if you have caught, not registered, caught 50 Pokemon.
Oh, what? Okay.
It is, I believe, useful for the all obtainable Pokemon and all that stuff, because it's like a free Charmander instead of having to wait a 0.5% chance. But we can't get that. We can still get something we call Rare Char, which is, a rare Charmander.
Yeah.
Later on in Mount Moon, which is also a place where, not Mount Moon, Rock Tunnel, where where if your run didn't die in Mount Moon, it will surely die
in Rock Tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Detective Pikachu here.
Yeah, this is the Detective Pikachu section. This is not a cutscene, by the way. This is text boxes, so you can't skip it. I feel sorry for this person's home. We just walked in and walked out, and it's the only way to get here.
It's the only way to get out of the place.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to fight the rocket here then?
No, he does give us, I believe, a TM if you do talk to him, but that TM is not required.
Right, interesting. Because in the original, you have to fight him there.
So we're going to be ignoring everything
Route
here.
5, yeah.
We are going to actually pick up banana berries. This is more of like a backup strat.
Rival time.
It is not rival time.
Oh, he doesn't fight, does he?
He doesn't fight you here.
Very
He actually just gives you revives, which, albeit useful if something bad happens later, but...
Yeah.
Minus, there is like one fight where minus special attack is bad, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But,
yeah, that cutscene's always a little interesting.
Yeah, so next route, I'm going to need some buses because this pupper needs to spawn because we need it. And even though we saw a Growlithe there, we cannot use that one because it's unlured. And the reason why we need it to be lured at its max level is because apparently the Growlithe is at level 18 packs heat.
Okay.
And what I mean by packs heat, I mean it has a flamethrower.
Okay, fair enough. Yep. Severe halitosis, yeah?
Yeah, don't give your dogs a flamethrower.
No, severe halitosis on your Growlithe. Yep.
But it is something that is very useful. Like having a move that powerful very early.
Having a flamethrowing puppy would be quite scary, quite intimidating.
Before that, after the 5 lights, we want to pick up the nugget that's just right there.
The nugget, yes.
And we're also going to pick up the lure that is inside this Pokeball right here. And then once we've done that, we will then get out of here. Once we then get out here immediately, we're then going to go into the bag. We are going to deposit the Mankey that is in the party so it doesn't get any more experience.
Bye, Mankey.
And then we're going to use the lure. And we need to see the Pupper.
Come on, Pupper time.
In the meantime, while we are waiting for the Pupper to spawn, we can go ahead and actually go around here to pick up the rare candy that is hidden right there. We are going to need 4 rare 4/5. So I did see something over there. There it is. That's good. Ooh, I have an interesting... No, I'm not going to catch the Pidgey yet. I'm going to wait for the Pidgey to catch later. Because you can actually get 3 Pokemon for the price of 1. You're going to jump. That's fine. That's annoying. For Papa, I'm not interested in the experience. So... Now we're going to get into this interesting point where some Pokemon are more interested in the experience that I can gain, whereas others I'm just like, I just want to
You need them for the catch, yeah.
I just want the catch, I don't care about the experience. Then Growlithe is definitely one of those Pokemon. We are now level 18, which is the minimum level I want to be for the next fight, which is good enough. It basically makes the ranges not a range, so we don't have to worry about, but we do get the Growlithe, which is very important. You know what? It's fine. I'll catch it instead. Normally, I wouldn't want to catch it, but now, because there's a chance I can get it 3, but catching the Pidgey now is not the end of the world. It just means that Pidgeotto is now off the table.
Right.
Later on.
Yeah, because you won't be able to get enough experience to...
No, it levels up. Later on, I could have gotten Pidgey from Pidgey to Pidgeotto, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world. It is like an evolution. 1 level I get to Pidgeotto, so it's not the end of the world. I would rather not have gotten it now, but if I'm going to run into it, that Pidgey is...
Pidgey's right in the way, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a... Ooh.
Like, I don't want to hit the I don't want to hit the trainer. That's the issue. And Jigglypuff is a special one where you want to mash as fast as possible. Because when that thing jumps, it will take a while to land back. Yeah. So we want to like mash and throw as fast as possible.
Get it quickly, yeah, got it. Are we good to go over for some messages?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No, actually. Don't
Well, come back to me shortly then.
There's a skip I want to do. There's a skip that's coming up, which I really want to do and pay a little bit of focus to time.
Jigglypuff.
So...
Yeah, you're very close to that trainer. Right.
So we want...
Big Psyduck.
We do not want Psyduck yet. Nice. So I just walked in between the two.
Yes, right between the two.
And
that's really good.
So
yeah,
now I'm going to be doing just some shopping. So if you want to actually say stuff, now is a perfect time.
Thanks, as I just had a mouth of tea. Right, just to remind everyone, we are UKSG Green 2025 and we are raising money for Crisis. Crisis is a charity supporting people out of homelessness for good. They achieve this through education, training and support with housing, employment and health. 90% of the donations you make to us here go directly towards Crisis, with the remaining 10% helping us fund further UKSG events in the future. If you'd like information on how to donate, simply type in !donate in chat. That'll give you all the information you could possibly want. And I would just like to make a quick note in regard to the current donation incentives we have open, because if you want to take part in those donation incentives, you need to donate. We have one for the upcoming run of Redo, where you can choose to kill or spare the creature. And we also have the very, very popular Mega Monkey Hard Mode Upgrade Mode for Curse of Monkey Island, which will be run later this evening. So please do remember, if you do That's a hard word to get out. If you do donate, please remember to set your incentives so you can see those incredible things. But yeah, as long as nobody wants me to like do any more Team Rocket or attempt to sing the theme tune, I'll hand it back over to you.
Yeah. What's the count on pets again? Or is it still at 0?
We are at 0 pets. The pets have really dropped off. So, if maybe you and Tim can encourage some pets. I'm a little disturbed at this point because the schedule might be back on track now, and we were giving Skemmy some alarm with the amount of pets we initially got. So don't forget, £10 get you
get your pets in.
To the Pikachu.
If we get to £1,000 total, I will feed the Pikachu.
Oh, nice. There's an incentive for you.
I'll feed it the best berry. We have until pretty much just before the champion fight, so we have the entire run.
Oh, I think we could do that. I think we can get off to a flying start, get some more money for Crisis. I do have a question on this one.
Yep.
On the ship here. I take it the only fight we're going to do is the rival fight?
Yes.
Right, that's what I thought.
Don't need to do anything else.
Yep, that's what I thought.
But we are actually going to be doing the rival fight as 2 controllers. You can do this as 1, but you have to be level 21 at this point, and my Pikachu just got to level 18.
Okay.
And so we're just going to do this the normal way. So the normal way to do this trainer is we are going to use Zippy Zap on Pidgeotto, and then with the Growlithe, we're going to be then using an X attack. That way, it just gets the extra damage. My Pikachu then doubles the attack, so... This is now where I have to keep in mind that I have to use a thing. And also, I want to talk about the menu that I have in just a second. So, by me buying my specific X items, specific items in a very specific way, I have set up something known as God Menu. God Menu allows me to go 1 input for either X attack or X special. Here, I want to actually Helping Hand. So, it essentially gives a 50% boost to the damage so that Eevee gets knocked out in 1 hit. And this is where Growlithe starts to become a little bit more useful, where we get to have ourselves this Oddish, where Pikachu can't really handle grass types that well, so it's just going to, headbutt. Whereas Growlithe...
Well, let's roast it. Yeah, flamethrower, here we go.
Going to do a bit of damage, and then Growlithe finishes it off. So that's where Growlithe becomes very useful. Pikachu does get to, level 20, which is nice. Level 21, I do have to remind myself to teach a very important move. It is the move Thunderbolt. Even though I am minus special attack, which you could make the argument that, maybe I don't need to necessarily teach Thunderbolt. Also, that's Pidgeotto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Very
Got
cool.
it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, right now we are currently on 18. That's about okay, but the next section, we're hoping to leave... By the time we fight our rival again, we hope to be around the 30s.
Okay.
So there's going to be a lot of Pokemon catching in the
next section.
next section.
Cool.
So right now we just have this little cutscene where he got he learned the secret technique of how to cut bushes, which I'm glad that HMs are gone. Do we not have to teach?
I love that. That's such a quality of life.
I mean, there's part of me kind of misses them where you have to have the Pokemon in your party. And for Speedrun, is actually being able to have Death Fodder is pretty nice. But at the same time, I also just look at it as as a casual, I don't have to grab the HMs.
Yeah.
There's still a special spawn that we can get at any point from this point a little bit is the Abra. That's a really nice catch to get if we can get it. It is only 5% chance, or actually technically 4 because Kadabra can also spawn, and we don't want Kadabra.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
So there's actually a lot of Pokemon that's I have on here. Is if we get it, it's really nice because it's just quick and easy, 1 level and it's done. But we can't always guarantee every single Pokemon. So we have a lot of Pokemon in here that I like to get. So,
good.
But the next area is definitely going to be very important. And if you remember the skip that I did with the trainers that I just did, I'm going to have to do it again.
Yep, do it in reverse, yep.
However, I've always said, and a lot of people have always said, that doing it in reverse is a hell of a lot easier than doing it above. Simply because there's just
Just line it up, can't you?
Yeah, literally just...
line up in the middle of the path, yep.
That line right there, you just hold forward, and you skip both.
Yeah.
Here, we're going to just avoid these trainers. Any Abras? No Abras. Cool, we can just...
So there's a reason we're not doing the gym just now, then?
There is a reason.
Yep.
I'll explain later.
Okay, perfect. I knew there was a reason. I'm just interested. Yeah.
I can just step in for a second. We do have a number of pets. Next, I'm not saying to do it now, but just bear it in mind.
We do have a number of pets.
There is a queue of pets.
That is good to know. Oh, I just see the I just saw the donation. It was 700 last time I checked. Now it's 789.
Yeah. Okay, that's a lot of pets.
That is actually a lot of. Can I guess? It's like 8 pets, right?
Well, let's wait and see. By the time you get there, it may be more.
Surprise pets!
Donating, don't forget, folks. £10 gets you a pet of Pikachu.
Yeah, unfortunately there was an Abra right there that I saw, but unfortunately, if I go try and get that Abra, I have to go all the way back down and all the way back up, so we're just gonna have to say goodbye to that Abra. Gonna summon the I mean, to be, I could send it afterwards before. These next two trainers, I do actually have to fight with 2P because one player kind of sucks, so. And this is where Growlithe again does actually showcase its usefulness. So here, we have another Eevee that we're going to
Eevee as well. Hooray.
And we are going to kick the Eevee because that's what we need to do. So here, please. Hit the Eevee, and then we're going to then give ourselves an X attack boost to double up the Pikachu.
That's for dealing with the second Pokemon, is it?
And then the second Pokemon that she's going to then send out is going to be the Gloom.
Ooh.
And here, we're actually going to do something a bit of the inverse, where we're going to X-Special the Growlithe, and then use Growlithe's Flamethrower to take down the Gloom.
Okay.
You can if I'm like higher level, I will actually utilize the Pikachu's Headbutt plus Flamethrower, but I know for a fact that my Pikachu is not good enough to go for that range, so we're not going to do that. So here we are going to move, and yes, I am moving both of them at the same time, mainly so that she doesn't despawn and try to relocate herself, so that it's just time save. And then I'm probably going to actually do the pets after this fight. So if you want to say how many that I have to do before going into the next section, which is a very catch-heavy section.
Okay, no problem. We have 2 donations. We have £30 from Lavusi. I hope I'm getting that right. I'll see you in Twitch chat, by the way, so tell me if I'm getting it wrong. That has gone towards the Mega Monkey Curse of Monkey Island incentive. Wait a trainer, free pets please. So they've gone for 3 pets, and we have a massive £50 donation from Ashcarp. That once again has gone towards the Mega Monkey incentive, with the comment, pet. Now, unfortunately, you said more pets than you donated towards there, but at the very least, we have 8 pets absolutely guaranteed. And do not forget what Crisis said earlier, folks. If we raise £1,000 before this run is over, someone will eat Pikachu or something to that effect.
Oh, we will feed the Pikachu. Thank you.
But thank you, everyone, for those donations. Do keep them coming. £10 will get you a pet of Pikachu, and this is what you're paying for. Look at him.
Look at him. Look at the pet. Well, we're petting. Can I just ask, Mike, how are we getting on with the Mega Monkey?
Well, excellent question, because we have a rather lofty target for that one. Let me just do the math.
Oh, look, you'd like
it is a £600 goal, and we are currently at 345, so we are over halfway there, but I need to just keep reminding people, the Mega Monkey is only 1/2 of a donation incentive we have for this run, Curse of Monkey Island. There is a certain pirate song incentive that will unlock if this one meets its £600 target. We are exceptionally grateful for everyone who has donated, but please do keep them coming in regard to donation incentives as well. It's hard to ignore, but please don't forget the donation incentive for Redo as well, where we kill or spare the creature. But yeah, please keep them Pikachu pets coming in, and don't forget to assign your incentive.
All right, Spearow, that's good. Not
so good.
Not quite good. That's a Fearow.
It's a Fearow.
That's 2 good things so far.
Oh, okay.
Spearow is pretty good because it evolved
It's
up.
huge. Oh,
that's fine.
rude.
That's fine. Like, I always try to YOLO throw it to see if I can just get in. It is obviously faster, but it is a bit risky because if it attacks immediately, then it just does that. Some Pokemon I don't do it because I know they attack immediately, but others tend to be a little bit more minimal. Each Pokemon has its own, like,
I do like
individual
that.
thing.
Yeah, it's nice. It's really cool.
Speaking of things I need to do, Peach Thunderbolt.
Oh, yes.
Very important. And then Oddish will then now be soon to be evolved. And then we can put it back, so we won't be seeing any more Oddish after this.
It won't be, once it glooms, that'll be it, will it?
And then, more importantly, we need this.
Ooh.
So,
Because we've got Moonstone.
It's not just for Moonstone, we will actually be using it for some of the fights.
Right, fine.
So, in Eevee, you could technically actually arguably skip that room sometimes because you don't need the Moonstone. Pikachu, one of the requirements for some of the fights later is you need a Nido. It doesn't matter which one.
Yep.
You need at least one. So, Nido King is arguably better than Nido Queen, but it's fine. Actually, arguably, I should have caught the Nido first and the Spearow, but let's see. So, only 4 Pokemon can spawn here. That is also very good. So, I can now leave here if I need to. Because even though I didn't catch everything here, there is one Pokemon, there is a few of them I can catch later. Rude.
Will you be evolving the Nidorino straight away, or will you be leaving it for a bit?
What? The in my earliest menu convenience, I will then be evolving it up.
Cool.
So that's when I'll be getting the Nidorino. At some point, I do want to put the Nidoran in slot 2 because similar to Growlithe, it does actually have the move Helping Hand, which does help the Pikachu out, which will be very important for some of the few fights coming up. But unless I get something else that I need, nope, that's fine. I can just leave. So I can just leave, and we get to do this fight, which is...
This is the Lorelei fight, is it? No.
Well, it's not the Lorelei fight, but this is the moment where, you know,
Lorelei
does show up and, you know, help us a little bit. What did I not catch here? I did not catch Eradicate here. And I didn't catch Krabby. But Krabby's a bonus spawn anyway, so we don't have to worry about Krabby. Eradicate, I can just catch that later. I like to catch it now because it's actually a very good experience bump here. But catching it later is also not that bad either. Oh yeah, this fight is gonna kind of suck a little bit because I don't have...
Oh, it's big road. There he is.
What level am I again? Level 20. Does this do a KO? Okay, at least it does do a KO. Super Fang, not ideal. Super Fang always does half the damage, so half your HP, so...
Okay.
It will mean that I might have to heal in a specific fight, but... It's... fine. We'll worry about it later. Right now, this is where the minor special attack might come into a bit of a hurdle. But again, we will cross that bridge when we get there. So here, I did waste a few of my Great Balls, so I'm actually going to do a bit of a slower strat. It is actually faster to go around this bush to get it, but I also want to pick up these 3 Great Balls just in case. You know, better be safe than sorry.
And, Rock Tunnel time.
Rock Tunnel time. So there's a lot of catches that I would like to see here. And you know what? That's actually not... Oh, that's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful to see.
Machop.
So first off, we're going to get this Machop right here. Gets in the bowl nicely. Then there's the Zubat, but the thing I am most excited for isn't actually either of those 2 Pokemon. It's actually the Rhyhorn that just spawned
I didn't see the Rhyhorn. Yeah,
so
okay.
I saw the Rhyhorn, and Rhyhorn is great because in this game, there's no bicycle, right? You're going to have to do things mostly on foot.
You get to ride the big Pokemon.
But you get to ride the big Pokemon, and Rhyhorn is one of the Pokemon that actually does increase your movement speed. And finding it early is really nice because you actually have movement speed throughout the entire event.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting gloomed here.
Yeah, so we're going to get Gloom here. Ideally, after the Zubat and the Rhyhorn catch, we get both Spearow into Fearow and Nidoran female into Nidorina.
Huh?
That way we can then do one big menu to deposit all those Pokemon in one go.
Understand.
And then also put Rhyhorn to
I love how this game is rooted, because as you said earlier on, the RNG in this game, you've really got to think on your feet and adapt as you're going along. And I absolutely love it. Huge Zubat!
Alright. That's fine. I'm just gonna wait for the circle to enlarge. Just as long as you just hit the circle, that's all you care about, because
you're not really doing
Zubat
it for
likes
XP.
to fly left, and it just doesn't give much EXP. So hopefully it does give still enough experience. There's Spearow, so just Nidoran female. Hopefully Rhyhorn gets me there. Not
Okay.
you.
So Spearo's going to go just now.
Not you.
There it goes. Budgie into bigger Budgie.
So this goes into Firo. Then we want... And hopefully also Nidoran Male also evolves into Nidorino as well. That way we can also then combine that menu into a whole big... Actually, well, I can technically delay the Moonstone menu a little bit longer if I really want to. It's not the... I don't need a Moonstone now. I can definitely Moonstone a bit later. Yes, I would like to use another lure. We still have some things to catch. That's a Cubone.
Oh.
So we're actually getting pretty much almost everything outside. So we're going to wait for this to attack.
Rhyhorn. Nice.
This isn't guaranteed to get in. It's about a 90-something% chance. I could have done the Raz, but I'm someone who just doesn't do Raz threats because I want to go fast. And I sometimes get punished, but today, not today.
Nice.
And yes.
There goes Nidoran. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 extra level on Gloom is fine, but there goes the both Nidorina and Nidorino, so and we will be getting Nidoking soon. And then I can put this, I can party manage this in a way that I put everything in the party. And then, do I actually need anything else?
Doing very well, I have to say, all the catching.
Literally just Cubone, and that. Oh no, Cubone then Cubone then Graveler, and then once you get Graveler, I then can actually do. I actually do have repels, which means I can actually just repel my way through things. So when I get to that point, that's when I'll probably do the Moonstone.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. There's another one going up. That's the Nidorina.
So right now we are at 28, which is very. I did say I want to gear around 30.
Yeah.
And we are going to still catch the Cubone, so.
Yeah.
So right now we're going to do the party management now.
I also love in this game, and obviously the type of game requires it, but you can remove them from your party without having to go back to Pokemon Center and put them in the box.
So we do add this here, add this here, remove you, shove you here, and then...
Hey, Rhyhorn.
And this is actually perfect party management, because if I do get Graveler, it won't go in the party, and everything that I want experience gets experience. So... Ooh. There we go. And then, at some point, you'll then be able to come closer, because then I won't be needing to throw anymore.
You won't be
not yet. We're almost there. So
yeah,
there goes the Cubone.
I don't know if we actually explained. I know we did in the setup, but just in case anyone is curious why Tim is sat so far away from Crisis, it is just because of the motion controls.
Yeah, health and safety, very important.
And there's my Graveler. That's literally everything I need to catch before the first trainer.
Excellent. Really good.
That is really good. So I will still keep... Obviously, when the lure goes down, I'll then remove it. But if there's something that gets in my way, but I can't avoid, like an Onix, I'm not catching Onix here. That thing has an abysmal catch rate in this area. So I'm not doing that. It would be a funny bit me to actually ride the Onix, but we've passed that moment.
Yeah,
if we caught it in Mount Moon, I would have probably...
you got the right horn. Yeah.
You want to learn Slam? You will not learn Slam.
That guy's costume. Oh dear. Oh, is this the Graveler?
This is the Graveler.
Oh boy, chunky boy.
And it's going to be a lot of experience if I actually get this great, but I'm going to have to wait for it to attack. Eventually. Maybe.
Come on, Graveler.
At some point.
There he goes.
No, it's jumping.
He's jumping.
Great, now he's going to be wasting a bit of time. There's the attack. I do not know this cycle very well, so I'm just going to wait.
Hey, got him.
And this is a catch for mainly experience, because you can catch Geodude here, level up, but this is more of an experience catch, so that's why we want to wait for the excellent. We would prefer the Vessel's glowing, but we will take that. Bunch of level ups. We would have preferred if Pikachu leveled up there, because leveling up in level is kind of slow, but we can't have it all. So that's now what? Okay, so this is going to be...
Zubat going up, yep.
And this is going to be 32 by the time we leave, which is like very high for Mount Moon in general. And we still have, what, Machoke still letting to evolve, Cubone needing to evolve.
Yep.
We still have Eradicate that we can catch it. And yeah, so it'll be about 30. It'll be 32 when we leave. So this is definitely a very high catch count at this point. And we still have a chance for some bonuses, but obviously I'm not going to. We don't need it now. We don't need those bonuses now.
Yeah.
And yes, the cool thing about having a full party is that now Graveler is not in my party, so I don't have to worry about it. I am going to summon away the 2P. There is one other Pokemon that we could catch, but it's a Charmander, and that's a special spawn Pokemon.
Very low chance, yeah.
And there's... Actually, now this is the perfect time to use a Repel, because those things are in my way. And then go power... Pop... No, not that button. Oops. Sometimes the menus can be a bit finicky. Nope.
Who's going? Ah, yes, here we
There
go.
So there goes Nidoking.
Nidoking time.
Yeah. Normally I wouldn't use the Repel there, but because the Zubat and the Cuba were in my way, I'm like, you know what? Fine. I'll use the Repel and pretty much keep it all the way until the very end.
And there's the king.
And there's our Nidoking. Not going to be seeing much use right now, but we'll be seeing a bit of use in just a moment. Actually, since I am already in this menu, I can do one other thing while I'm here. Do not learn Thrash, because you don't need it. I could do... potion up the Pikachu. So
Pikachu, yeah.
High speed, and then move this to Looper there so I can go heal with super potions a lot faster in future menus. And then this fight, how do I want to do this fight? I am minus special, so I'm actually going to do a little bit of adaptation here.
Ooh, Kangaskhan.
This Kangaskhan can be a bit scary, but thankfully it's not too scary. Normally you want to X special here, but I'm actually going to make this executive decision to X attack instead. We're then going to headbutt, so we hope we get the flinch. We do get the flinch, which is really nice. So then we can go Zippy Zap, and it goes bye-bye.
Zap, yeah, there you go. Zap Kangaskhan. Okay.
And there goes another level for level 25. There is nothing else that we need to catch here. I'm pretty much, by me repelling, pretty much means I will not get Charmander anyway, but we are pretty much in the okay. We didn't get any bonuses, but we did get the important... Oh, okay, that's a lie. We did get the Mankey, which is fine, but we didn't get any of, like, the 2 evolution bonuses, so kind of annoying, but that's fine. We still don't have to go for Tentacle, which is, again, a plus in my book. I can go down.
Yeah, there goes.
There we go. And then...
changes his...
Yep. Oh, I did not mean to use the second lure. That was my mistake. Hopefully I don't get punished for that. Oh, no, wait. No, that's not the lure. That's the repel. No, I do want to...
repel.
Yeah, that was the repel. No, I do want to use this.
Yeah.
I do want to use the second repel. I don't want to get any encounters. It does I should maybe have not used it because it means that I could do something known as the repel trick, which is a trick where you can essentially repel and then lure immediately afterwards to reset the encounters. I now no longer have that, so hopefully I don't need it in the future, but
Should be alright.
We should be fine.
Yeah. So bye-bye matchup, and
And here we have Rhyhorn. Is a bit problematic, but thanks to double kick
should sort it. Yeah.
Also Helping Hand. So Helping Hand does boost your damage by, I believe, basically by costing your opponents your turn, you basically boost the damage by 50%.
Yeah.
So there we need to go +2 and then Helping Hand double kick knocks out the
Helping Hand
Rhyhorn.
sorted out.
I do have enough. Okay. I was gonna say if I unsummon the controller in time, then I would have done a different strat, but I'll go for a safe strat here instead. There is a risky strat, but if I do get 10% burned, it's not good. Not good. So we just do this fight normally as the 2P strat, which is also fine because I can then just heal my Pikachu into full for the next 2 fights. So here we go, Zippy Zap. And then go ahead and X attack onto Pikachu. Goodbye, Vulpix. And then the next trainer is the Kadabra. We already are +2, so this Kadabra isn't really much of a threat to us. And I'll take this opportunity to actually use a potion.
On the Pikachu.
Slightly more efficient healing. I do have to now remind myself to not use that potion ever again, because I want to keep my God menu for my X attacks and my X specials until the final fight of Jesse and James. So here, I'm going to spin. Spin again. Thank you. And then this is the final room of Rock Tunnel, where we go ahead and talk to you. So overall, aside from like the fumbles, this is actually like not a and also like the pets, which obviously
Yeah,
you
the
know,
pets and the
lose
pets
time.
and the
It's actually, like,
dodgy
not-
Pikachu, but we're doing all right.
It's actually not a bad, not the worst thing in the world. Like this could be worse. I've seen worse.
Good. Well, we're doing really, really well, so I'm really enjoying it. Thank you.
Okay,
I hope everybody's enjoying watching as well.
Yeah, Meow, why did you fake out? That's just cringe.
Fake out's just rude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just rude. So that's then done. Cubone then gets to level 25. The only thing that's a little annoying about the Machop and Cubones in this area is that they do take 4 level ups to evolve. So it's not like they're not the most efficient Pokemon, but they are so much better to catch than certain other Pokemon later on. So we do that. Rhyhorn going to level 25. Even though it's not a evolution Pokemon, it is still very good to have Rhyhorn level up, because we are actually going to be using it for some fights. So the next area after the next section after the rival fight that we're going to do just now is what we like to call the big rocket section, which is doing the whole rockets base and then back up to tower.
Yep.
And depending on what you have and subsequently don't have, your strats change a little bit. So this next section is predominantly going to be more of a fighting section. We're actually going to be, unless we see specifically Abra and Raticate, we're actually not going to catch anything at all until we come back here later. So
Creepy music. I love it.
before we can summon, we do need to summon the second controller, because this fight would be terrible if we don't. Well, actually, this fight will be... Oh, wait. This is actually another consequence of minus special attack.
I'll be alright. We'll manage. Have a look.
I think it'll be better if I actually Zippy Zap the Pidgeotto instead of Thunderbolt. Sorry, the Pidgeotto. Keep getting the two mixed up, Pidgeotto. I always think Pidgeotto is like the stage 2 and the Pidgeotto's like the stage 1. So here we're going to go Zippy Zap, and we are going to not press back. That was I love dropped inputs.
Zippy
So
Zap.
X attack Nido. Yeah. That's unfortunate. So I'm going to fully set up the Nidoking.
Oh, he healed this Pidgeotto. Nice.
Yep. That's fine. And then just in case, we'll just do this. So we want to set up Nidoking to +4 anyway. It's just that we normally would Thunderbolt it, but I wasn't quite sure if Thunderbolt would have knocked it. I should have probably just risked it anyway and just go for Thunderbolt. Right now my Pikachu is Sand Attack, but thankfully it's not the Nidoking that is Sand Attack. That would have been slightly more problematic, but that is completely fine. Here comes the Gloom. At this point we're just gonna heal my... No, do not use that. And then just spam Poison Jab. And then finally we have the Jolteon, because it's now a Jolteon. And because of our Nidoking being +4, we just Poison Jab. We can also Headbutt it. It will Quick Attack and do damage to something. Can't really do much about that, but it's fine. So here, we'll just go Headbutt and Poison Jab, and that will be... This is then Rival 3 done.
Nice. Good
This is
stuff.
about more than a third of the way. That's been ages ago. So yeah, we have a little bit of text cutscenes. What do you want to say?
Excellent. Well, we'd just like to take a moment to give a thank you to our friends and partners at NSG and BSG, our speedrunning partners here. We are very grateful for the support and help that they offer us here at UKSG. If you would like to learn more about them or other speedrunning events, you can always go to... Now, I'm going to pronounce it. I've heard 3 different pronunciations for this word, so I'm just going to say them all. It's either Ungus, Oengus, or Angus. Take your pick. But it's oengus.io. Go to that website, that'll tell you all you need to know about a lot of speedrunning goodness. But just in regard to UKSG, we are raising money for Crisis, a charity dedicating to look to help and support people in homelessness. So please do donate if you can. It's !donate in chat. And just in regards to donation incentives, as I said, we've got the Kill or Spare the Creature for Redo, and we've also got the Mega Monkey hard mode for Curse of Monkey Island. That is the latter one there. That is just over halfway to its week's goal. But as I said, there is a secondary goal, an extension incentive behind that. So please do keep the donations coming in. As I said, it's exclamation donate in chat. And we haven't petted Pikachu for a solid 20 minutes now. I'm getting a little disappointed in your chat, but thank you for everyone who has donated. Let's keep those donations coming in, though, and let's give Pikachu a nice little pat on the head.
Also, don't ask why I can escape rope inside a building. But, yeah, so now we actually see the advantages of actually having... So, while you can catch either Nidoking or Nidoqueen, Nidoking definitely has a lot more bigger advantages in this fight, especially coming up in this first fight, where... Who likes gambling? We're not gambling today, but who likes gambling?
I'm not a massive fan, but I'm sure some people are.
Yeah, this thing has metronome.
Oh, metronome. All right, okay.
Yeah, but thankfully, fairy type. Poison jab.
Poison jab. Bye bye.
Bye.
Yep.
We don't have to gamble today.
Don't need to be metronomed. That's good.
Yeah. So.
Oh, oh dear, she's scary.
Yeah. So now we're gonna pick up one item here. There are two things that can spawn here. I will, depending on where they spawn, I might be going after them. So. I'll skip this Eradicate because the trainer is right there. There's a chance that Eradicate can spawn in the next area, so that's why I'm not too fussed getting this Eradicate. It is nice for experience, but it's not required right now. I can always get it later. There's Cycling Road, there's Pokemon Mansion. There's so many places I can get Eradicate. Even the best place to get Eradicate now, ideally, would just be like. There's a patch of grass right there. If Eradicate spawns right there, that's where we're going right now. That will be like the best point that Eradicate can spawn, because then we can just catch it, and all my things are just gonna get a bunch of experience, and it's gonna be really nice. It's actually gonna be nice for Pikachu because that minus special is definitely gonna be kinda scary. Okay, no rat. That's fine.
Yeah, puppy and a bird.
So, now we're going to talk into a very interesting NPC called Madame Celadon. That is her real name. And she's going to do, for 10,000 Poké-Dollars, change the nature of all the Pokemon that we see for the rest of the run.
Oh.
So, we're essentially paying 10,000 to make every single Pokemon a modest nature. This will be important for later. But it's something that we do right now, because it's the most optimal time to do it. And yeah, so we'll talk about that a little bit later. Essentially,
Okay,
it basically comes up with our new main. But yeah. Here, we're going to summon our Soupy.
And this is the poster trap. Here we go.
Yeah. This is the poster that we have to, hit, which is, completely fine. Not much of an issue. If you were doing Nidoqueen, you would do this 1P, but because Nidoking is in the lead, we do actually want to do this 2P. Thankfully, this fight is, not too difficult. Just that, and one of these, and
Okay, a little bit of poison jab.
Okay.
And bye-bye.
However, you are going to see kind of like this small issue around here, as you kind of notice our Nidoking's like level 27, and our Pikachu is like level 26. That grunt was at level 29, so
Yeah.
we are heading into
the levels are getting up.
Yeah, the levels are getting up, and there's gonna just have to deal with it for the time being. We will have a solution to that problem, and then that's gonna create a new problem later on. But we can only do so much. Thankfully, X items are here to save the day, and also just the power of cheating is also
indeed power of friendship.
The power just to turn any fight into a 2v1 is definitely a way that we can cheese a lot of fights, especially Giovanni. We'll be cheesing the hell out of him with 2P strats. Well, now, this Hypno can be a bit annoying.
Hypno.
We can't, because our Pikachu and Nidoking aren't exactly the greatest, we are going to go for what we like to call a safety. Well, I say safety, just the normal strat, which is just, headbutt, hope we get flinch, and Poison Jab takes damage. We do get the flinch. Nice.
Oh, nice.
And here, I'm going to Super Potion the Pikachu, so it gets a little bit more HP, and Zippy Zap the Hypno, so it gets knocked out. That's not ideal, but that is fine. I'll just... Yeah, that's the problem with bad attack.
Because the level of the Pikachu wasn't high enough to take the Hypno out there.
Yeah, that's fine. That damage on Pikachu probably needs to be healed at some point, but I will Deal with that problem later. You will not learn agility. Your speed is fast enough. So here, we have a lot of rock affection, but as we get to the next fight, your light's blinking. What do you want?
We have a Pikachu to pet. We have a £10 donation from Blastermac. That has gone towards the Mega Monkey donation centre for Curse of Monkey Island with 3 simple words. Pet that Pikachu.
Are we really £1 off 800?
It would appear so. It's a very nice figure if you were buying a semi-fancy fridge freezer, but that's not good enough for this, for this one. So can we please have a donation?
All right, so that's the counter on 1. Keep me reminded.
Well, 1 pet in the bank for now.
Yeah. So this
And a wreck a rodent.
I did not check what my attacks on this Nidoking is, so we're just gonna do the normal strat of just X attack, which is actually very good because I went for Sucker Punch, and then we just go ahead and Poison Jab the next 2 Pokemon, which is no problem. The next fight, there are a couple of ways that I can do it. I'm gonna try a way that I've been doing recently, which is a bit iffy, but it should be completely fine.
I always find it a little bit difficult to suspend my disbelief when you're poison jabbing a great big metal sphere, but hey.
Actually, okay, because Nidoking is actually close to level up, I'm actually going to do a different strat instead.
Ooh, nice.
So,
Alternative strats.
that there, we're actually going to just do the fight with just Pikachu, which is what we would do with Nidoking. Nidoking, you can also use Nidoking plus Rhyhorn, but because I know Nidoking is so close to leveling up, and leveling up in battle is kind of slow,
Yeah,
I'm actually going to not do the 2-piece strat and do the 1-piece strat, which is pretty much just hit a Thunderbolt, hit a Zippy Zap. This Grimer can be annoying,
Grimer, yeah.
and the reason why it's annoying is because it's minimized, so this might not hit. Never mind, it hits.
It hits.
Just hit your moves, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
There we go.
And
there goes the Nidoking.
then there goes the level up. Go back also goes to level 26. That's fine. Doesn't matter. And then we have this little bit where we actually do play as the Pikachu.
Yes, I remember this section. Oh,
Yeah.
Pikachu were climbing around.
Yeah. Before I actually do that whole climbing around thing, we do need to give a little bit of a health and safety warning. Please.
Don't do this.
No. Look, looking around is fine. What this kid is about to do next, please do not stand on rolling chairs. It is a health and safety violation, and you will most likely fall over. I learned from experience.
No, that isn't exactly promoting good health and safety there.
I mean, putting a electric rat inside a vent, that's fine. Standing on rolling chairs, please don't. There's also like this little interesting movement that you could do. I'll see if I can get it, where you can accidentally have Pikachu run in the walking animation. I don't know how you get that. I didn't get it, but it's just random in my opinion. So next up is Jesse and James 3. Because I have the Nidoking and the Rhyhorn, it's not the worst fight in the world. Jesse and James 4 with my minus special attack was gonna be a painful one, but we'll again
Get to that when you get to that.
it's a bridge. Before we go there, we want to pick up this rare candy that's just sitting right here. That is now our 3rd or 4th rare candy. I forgot. I wasn't keeping count. And now that we've done that, we have another puzzle, which we have to do. There's actually kind of 2 ways that you can do it. This puzzle, you can go on that panel over there, but I choose to go for this one. It's just a little bit more.
Those tiles are still quite slow, aren't they?
Yes. They are way faster than the original, though.
Yeah.
But they are definitely slow. And then we go to the lift, which unfortunately utilizes the American system sometimes. And when there was one time when I was like, I need to go to floor 1. And so I went up the stairs. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Floor 1 is the ground floor.
Yes.
So, yeah. So,
Jesse and James.
hello, Jesse and James. And this time they actually have their
Evolved Pokemon.
Their
Yep.
evolved Pokemon. So, but thankfully they're poison types, and in this game they are no ability, so Weezing does not have Levitate. So we can utilize a very powerful, well, somewhat powerful ground type move in Rhyhorn. And Rhyhorn being level 25 does actually make the damage ranges. I did not switch my party. Uh-oh. This is fine. I can just do... This is going to be slightly slow, but we should be quote-unquote fine. I say quote-unquote.
Oh,
I forgot to switch.
Pikachu,
I was supposed to switch Rhyhorn into there. I forgot about that, but it's fine. That's... we should still live, in quotation marks. Let's attack you. That's fine. If they crunched Nidoking, then that's completely fine. Arbok goes down.
Bye-bye, Snack.
Bye-bye, Snack. We did lose one turn, but that's fine. It doesn't mean I don't have to party manage anymore, but I will have to heal.
Yeah, Rhyhorn's just looking a little worse for
Nope.
wear.
You. No, I don't have to heal Rhyhorn. This is actually the only fight I use Rhyhorn.
Oh, okay, fair
But I
enough.
will have to heal Nidoking. That's fine. And then just Poison Jab. Poison Jab will just take the knockout. It was a bit slow, but I managed to
Yeah, I managed to get that.
not have a panic moment. So now I don't have the party management, which is like the one good side, but I think I still need to heal both of these Pokemon. So bag, medicine pocket, super potion, both of these Pokemon to full. We don't have to care about the Rhyhorn. The Rhyhorn can just stay in the party. We're not going to use the Rhyhorn for any other fight. So it being poisoned and almost near death is
It's just not going to fade.
It's completely fine. Don't worry. You don't have to worry about it. It'll get a free heal later. It's fine. So Archer is definitely this fight. Archer definitely has like an infamous fight later on, but this fight can be a bit iffy minus special attack. Normally there's like a faster strat that I like to go for, which is Headbutt into Thunderbolt, but I cannot do that because I am minus special and I'm also level 27. So instead, we're just going to go the normal strat, which is Thunderbolt and X special onto the Pikachu. And then this will just be a 2-hit KO. Flamethrower onto Nidoking is completely fine, because now I can just go ahead and Super Potion up the Nidoking back to full in the fight. And then we'll then get the Golbat, which is just gonna... I will Helping Hand just in case this minus special attack Pikachu doesn't knock out the
Golbat.
Golbat. It's like... It should be unlikely, but it should just happen. But the next fight is where we are absolutely gonna be cheesing the 2P strats with both Pikachu and Nidoking. It's actually... I'd probably say because of that, it's probably one of my favorite fights in this game because of how we cheese it. All of our Pokemon learning up, but yeah, this is I still find this fight to be incredibly hilarious just because of it. I've always liked interesting fights where it does some interesting setups, and this fight is definitely an interesting setup fight in that regard. Oh no, the sad Cubone, which we're trying to save.
And we just get the
Yeah, so this
Giovanni,
is Giovanni. This is Giovanni 1. 3 Giovanni fights. This one is like pretty. The second one is by far the easiest. This one is kind of funny. So turn 1, we're going to go bag, X attack Pika, bag, X attack Pika again.
Oh wow, okay.
So now we're +4. Goes for fake out. That's completely fine. Then on this turn, we're going to Zippy Zap.
That's gonna be
And then X attack on Pikachu again.
Oh, again! Wow.
So we're going to
very fried
+6.
cat. Yeah, there we go.
And the reason why we are doing all this is actually not for the Persian. The Persian probably, I think, gets knocked out at +4 or maybe even +2 because it's not that frail.
It's Persian.
It's this thing. It's the Rhyhorn.
It's the Rhyhorn, okay.
Yeah, so Rhyhorn, we are going to now not just double kick, Helping Hand double kick. So this is +6 Helping Hand double kick.
Goodbye, Rhyhorn.
It barely gets the 2-hit KO. If you are minus attack, it doesn't even get there. So that's a fun thing. But yeah, that's Giovanni down. We're now going to leave. Just get out of here as fast as we possibly can. I see a blinking light, which I think I know what that means. It means that we have something.
you have a Pikachu to pet. We have a £10 donation from Mindless Pit, or is it Mindless Spit? I'm not sure. One way or the other. Thank you for that donation. And just to keep tabs, that is 2 pets of the Pikachu that Chad is owed.
Yep.
Thank you for that donation. Please do keep them coming in. Exclamation donate in the Twitch chat gives you all the information you need. And as I said, we've got more than a few incentives going on at the moment. We have the Kill or Spare the Creature in Redo, and we also have the Mega Monkey Curse of Monkey Island donation incentive. Curse of Monkey Island, by the way, that's quite a big goal we have there at £600. We're just over halfway there, but it's a fair ways off yet, but we are going to need those donations to keep coming in if that's going to make it, and particularly a certain song regarding a career choice, maybe involving privateering, if we want to see that incentive. So please do keep them coming in. But yeah, thank you for those donations, and yeah, you owe chat to 2 Pikachu pets.
Cool, there's a perfect menu that I can just do it right now. Because I have to go into the menu anyway.
Pet that chew.
Oh, and that's the third incentive, by the way. Every £10 he has to pet Pikachu. So, $10 donation will get you a look at him. Isn't he sweet?
Cool. Alright, so bag. So I'm going to Pokemon box. I am going to withdraw the Growlithe.
Oh.
We'll be needing that. I'm also going to be moving the Nidoking because I won't need that. And then we're going to go town map. And now we have, after we talk to that guy, we now have access to the ability to fly across to the other side of the stage, which is going to be very useful, as we will eventually be dealing with the final fight that we're actually going to be utilizing Pikachu before we then switch over to something else that we'll talk about why. So there's definitely going to be like an obvious reason as to why when we do actually switch over. Mainly because it's actually going to be like really help. It's kind of like a level advantage. Like right now, Pikachu's about to get to level 30. The Pokemon that we're going to get is in the level 40s. So that just being able just to go from a level 30 Pokemon to a level 40 Pokemon.
Big upgrade.
It's a very big upgrade.
Sorry, I forgot to mention as well, somebody in chat just reminded me, in regards to the £10 to pet the Pikachu, we're only £191 away from feeding Pikachu. We are very nearly getting close to £1,000. Will be an incredible goal this early in UKSG Green, but please do keep those donations coming in.
There is one Pokemon I would like to see here. It's not easy to spawn, but it is something. Okay, so.
Oh, yeah. They're being a bit difficult.
Okay, I'm not going to... There is the Ghastly there. Unfortunately, it's spawned in an awkward position that I can't exactly get to very easily. So we're going to do that. This is going to be a trainer that we have to fight because, again, we own all the trainers that we fight are completely mandatory.
Yeah.
We don't... In fact, even in the Switch runs themselves, there's only one game that fights an optional, and it's only one optional, so... It's actually very few times we actually fight any of the trainers for any experience or any money. It's most of the time when we fight a trainer, we fight for experience, not money.
I was going to say, she looked like she was having a bad day.
So here we actually get a heal pad.
Heal circle. I'll remember that one.
Alright, so we wait for this trainer to spin.
And again.
And we can make that cycle. This is the last floor chance for... That's not what we want.
Yeah, I was going to say Haunter, no.
Nope, we're not getting that. Not in a million years. Not worth it. Speaking of Haunter, hi Haunter. I mean, do we even fry the dead?
Well, yeah, I don't know, really. They're incorporeal, so they can be hit by lightning, obviously.
Yeah, I guess. First let's level... actually, if I get Ghastly, I can get to level 29, which will make the next fight slightly better. 5
just kind of in the way.
And just get out the way. Okay, cool. And then the cutscene trigger happens here, so that Haunter gets despawned, so I don't have to worry about it. This is definitely the last chance I have to get Ghastly. If not, I guess we are going to be having to put something kind of cringe later in the tracker. Which is not ideal, but we'll work with it. Make sure I skip the cutscene by mashing the hell out of the minus button. You know I did it right, because you couldn't see a single frame of the cutscene. So, don't need you, you're never coming out. And then perfect.
There it is.
So we go grab the rare candy, get my second controller. Actually, I should have waited. It's technically more optimal if I didn't get the second
Worked
controller.
out, didn't it? Hello, Ghastly.
And so we're going to do this. We're going to actually give it the Nana Berry. That way it stays in place. Ah, we missed a circle. This is not the greatest catch, right? If we miss this double great with missed circle. Yep.
No, so
You will need another Nanab. Try this again. Okay. Triple great. Let's see if that stays in instead.
Yep.
Good. Okay. So 8 Great Balls, 8 Ultra Balls. So I have to catch the next few things with 8 of that. That should be fine. I hope.
good. Good. Yeah, we're doing really, really well.
Yeah. So there's the Ghastly.
There's the Ghastly. Yeah.
It will evolve in 1 level, and it's actually going to be very useful to actually have Ghastly very shortly coming up, because we do actually want to deposit the Pikachu, but only if we actually have Ghastly in the party. That way it doesn't gain any more experience than it needs to.
Yep.
And we do
Guessing
need
James
something. We
timing
do
up.
need something fast. So here we also did something very specific earlier on. We made sure we put the puppy in, and we made sure we put the puppy in second.
Yep.
Because we're using the puppy as bait.
Oh, okay.
So
Poor puppy.
So, so by putting the puppy there, both Jesse and James will use their damaging moves to target the Growlithe.
The Growlithe, yeah.
Which means that Pikachu only will take 1 hit instead of 2. And this is where the consequences of having bad special attack is going to come up right now, but that is fine. It does at least 2 KO the Arbok, which is what the minimum that you needed to do, which is at least nice.
that was not nice.
That was not a nice critical hit by the video game. Thank you very much.
It took out the puppy as well.
Well, the puppy is planned. We also we also do want the puppy fainted for a very specific reason, as we will come up in a moment. Where's my supers? There's my supers. Pikachu is thrilled to
Yeah,
bits.
Pikachu's happy. And there goes the snack
There
again.
goes the snack. That is fine, because there's a strat that I can now do here, which is to X special the Pikachu again and see if it gets the knockout. It does not. Rhyhorn going down is completely fine. It's just time loss. Rhyhorn doesn't need any more experience, and then we can just get in the Ghastly. And then I can just mash A and just the fight's over at this point. So, no real problems, but obviously if my Pikachu was better special attack, then +4 Wheeze would have KO'd the Weezing.
Yeah.
Also, my Ghastly's faster than the Pikachu. That's funny. I noticed that. I noticed it because it did a little bit of damage before the actual Weezing did, before Pikachu just knocked it out. So
Yeah.
that's how I figure it out. But that is the entirety of the rocket section now done.
Good. For now.
Well, I mean, we call this the rocket
section.
the
Got
big,
Silph Code later on, though.
because there is Silph but it's like Silph is like not really much of a rocket section. Like this is way bigger of a rocket section than before. Here we have a few things that we need to do. First things first, we need to go to party, mark Growlithe as the thing, and then we're gonna go to a party. We're going to remove.
Oh, bye-bye, Pikachu.
Remove, and keep everything the same. Move that there. Then we're gonna go bag. You.
Ooh. Powered up puppy time.
Yeah, so one of the important things about this is that we want the Growlithe fainted. When it evolves, it will still be fainted.
Okay.
But the reason is that fainted Pokemon don't get experience, so we can still ride the Arcanine without it getting any experience. And Arcanine is like the second fastest ride in the entire game.
Yep.
We could have gotten it earlier, technically, when we got the Firestone, but it's actually like somewhat more optimal to do this. And then we're gonna lure. 8 lures is a plenty of lures because I barely used any in Rock Tunnel. And then we're gonna fly back to Celadon City. And we are going to head this way.
That's a big pupper.
That is a big doggo.
Love it.
Although I don't recommend actual adults riding their own dogs. That is not something.
It's probably not great.
This is a fictional dog. So here, I mean, in theory, I don't need to catch everything that gets here, and I can go for Tentacle. I'd rather just see everything I need spawn in this next area. Cycling, though, definitely has one Pokemon I'm not allowed to leave without, and that Pokemon is obviously Ponyta. That's definitely going to be an important Pokemon that I'm going to need. Also, hi Snorlax. Bye Snorlax.
Bye, Snorlax.
Yeah, we're just going to wake it up.
We're not going to catch it, are we?
No.
No.
Like this is actually one of the few traditional wild fights that exist in the game, but it's like no. Also, its catch rate is horrendous, so no. We're just gonna say hi Snorlax. Something really funny can happen with this Snorlax. So every single Pokemon that we've caught, with the exception of Eevee, can be not Eevee, Pikachu can be shiny. We just haven't seen it. It's kind of interesting because in one of the race tournaments I was in, one of my competitors got the shiny Snorlax.
Shiny Snorlax. Oh,
yeah,
cool.
had to run away with it, of course, but you know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go through here. So here there's a lot of Pokemon that I would like to see. Ponyta is definitely one Pokemon I am not allowed to. I am stuck here until Ponyta.
Is that going to be your mount for later on then?
That is going to be our mount for later on because Rapidash is the fastest mount in the game. Here we're going to avoid. These trainers pretty much have no vision. There's
the pony.
There is the pony. So I'm not allowed to leave because I have other things I need to catch. Before we do anything else, we do need to set this to Ultra Ball. And then that's going to be annoying.
Oh, jumped around.
Yeah. Okay, 6 to catch. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to be careful a little bit. So there's Machoke. I do have to be a little bit careful about my ball situation, because I did decide not to go for neither the backup Ultras nor the backup Greats.
Okay.
So I do have to be a little bit careful.
Be careful on those, yeah.
So for some Pokemon, I know I can feel confident just throwing immediately. Others, I'm just gonna have to be a little bit more patient and just wait until it attacks. So here, we would like to. There are 3 birds that can spawn here. We would like to see all 3 of them. If not, I'm just gonna have to take the L on Tentacle.
Doduo being one, I'm assuming.
Yep. Dodu being
Farfetch'd,
one.
maybe?
No. Farfetch'd. Okay, there's Doduo. The 3 birds are Doduo, Psyduck.
Oh
yeah, I'm not catching a bird here. I forgot. Oh yeah, I'm not. Okay, there normally would be 3 birds, but I already caught Pidgeotto, so I actually need just to wait for Psyduck. I technically don't, and I can just leave without Psyduck, but I really like to get a Psyduck.
Psyduck. Yeah.
Psyduck will be better than Tentacle to catch. Then there's Haunter.
Yeah, just going up.
Right now we are at 38 catches. We should be around the 45 mark by the time we get to a specific point in the game.
Okay.
So after Haunter, so after this, we are gonna run down. If we see Duck, we'll catch it. If we don't see Duck, we're just gonna have to take the L and catch ourselves a Tentacle. And there is a reason why Tentacle is annoying to catch.
Okay.
Like, it's not like I'm saying it's annoying.
It,
it is technically optimal to catch, but it is
we'll see it,
annoying.
Yeah.
So
Well, maybe see a Duck. We'll see. Come on, Duck. That's not a
do
Duck.
that, but I do need to pick up this elixir. That will be important later. I'll just run down. I would like to use another lure. There's another patch of grass. There's a red candy over here, and then in
Duck. Excellent. Look at
Excellent.
that.
That is perfect. Now I just need to catch 2 more Pokemon.
Tiny Duck.
This thing likes to attack immediately, except not today. There it is.
There it goes. Right in the beak.
So there's Psyduck. Ponyta, since Ponyta did catch it on the first slot, there's actually a good chance I don't actually need to use my rare candy on Ponyta to become Rapidash. So that'll be Nice to see. Cubone just needs a little bit more experience. And also Doduo being in my party is actually nice because it means one of the fights I can actually go for a safer strat. So now I can say goodbye to you. I will pick up these silver raspberries just as a safety precaution.
Ooh, good dodge.
These trainers have pretty much poor vision, so you can kind of just run in front of them and you won't get hit. I would not like to use another lure. And then all I need now, I just need 2 more. Well, actually, I need 3 more catches. So the 3 catches I need now is I need my Grimer, I need my Staryu, and I need Eradicate.
Ah, big rodent.
Either Eradicate or one of the 2 more interesting spawns in the thing, which I say interesting in a bad way.
Okay.
Because their catch rate kind of sucks.
Right, okay.
So,
See what
thankfully they can all spawn in Mansion, so it's not like I need it. Except for Star. Star needs to spawn in my way to Mansion, so we'll worry about that. Anyway, here's a cutscene for, Pikachu, which, the Safari Zone no longer here because the entire game is basically a Safari Zone now. But a place where you can transfer your Pokemon Go Pokemon into the game. Fun fact, whatever fossil you don't get, the other fossil is going to be there.
Oh, interesting.
So I picked up the Helix fossil, so we get Kabuto there. And then here we get ourselves the ability to now surf on a surfboard on waters, which is really nice.
Surfing Pikachu.
Yes, surfing Pikachu. Actually was a good card. Actually won the World Championships in London.
Nice.
It did have to have some help from God himself, but
I love that.
Nice. So now here we're going to go bag. We're going to use our lure again. And then town map. Fly all the way back to Pallet Town.
And then surf to
And then we're going to go surf down to Cinema.
Yeah. A fairly well-known way.
And then once we go this way, we'll then use our sea skim technique. And now we need to find a star.
There's a rat.
Ah, there's a...
I'm a tangler.
It's alright, I'm laughing because you know how I've been talking about special spawns? There's a Chansey.
Oh, wow.
Over there. I'm not getting it. That is like the worst idea I could possibly go for. 1070 is actually not bad CP.
There's a star. Yeah.
We're going to chuck a silver raspberry because in the water, you can only use 1 player catches.
Okay.
So the catch rate is worse. So now I just need Grimer, Eradicate, and we are done.
Well, there's a rat over there if you're going to go and get it.
Is it worth getting it now? I think the problem is that if I get it, I then have to go on land and then get back off of land. And I
you
know
might be just better getting it in the mansion then.
Yeah, Eradicate is also like very common
makes
in
sense.
mansion. So
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
like it's very common in mansion, so it's like very unlikely that I don't see Eradicate, although it would be funny if I don't. And then I have to go for something a bit more cringe, but you know what? If that happens, then it happens. We're just gonna have to accept it.
So we're not going to go for the rare Chansey then?
No. Unfortunately,
there as well.
That's even worse. Unfortunately, you cannot pay me to catch that Chansey. You can pay me to pet the Pikachu, but we still haven't moved a single pound.
Speaking of that, we've had the stick lack of pets.
We've been at the 809 mark for a bit of a while.
We have indeed, but nobody wants to pet Pikachu anymore. It's so sad. But if you don't want to pet Pikachu, how about raising money for an excellent cause? Because we at UKSG are raising money for Crisis, a charity dedicated to looking to help and support people in homelessness. So if you can donate, !donate in chat will tell you all the information you need to know. And as I said, for every £10 donation, we're giving Pikachu a pet. And if we hit the £1,000 mark, we will give Pikachu something to eat. But thank you everyone who has donated. Please do keep them coming in. But yes, come on somebody, let's give Pikachu a pet. It's been a solid 20 minutes since Pikachu's had a nice little pat on the head.
Game. Okay, that's one of the 2 things.
This is a grammar, yeah. It's just Eradicate. It's the other one.
Yeah, it's just the rat, or anything else technically.
Anything else, yeah.
Do. Now we just need the game to be nice to me and just give me big rat.
Come on, big rat. Big rodent. That's what we need to see. Oh, Haunter's leveling up.
Haunter's leveling up. Doduo should level up in a very specific point, which will be really nice for me later on. Or it might just evolve when we catch the rat. Assuming it spawns. Yes. I will catch Magmar or Ditto if those spawn.
If you see them, yeah.
If they spawn first. No,
There's a Muk.
That's a Muk, but we have Grima. Well, we have Grima already, so we're not gonna get that. You normally like to spawn rats on me when I.
Oh, there's a Magmar.
Ah, okay, fine. We're gonna have to.
Let's go for the Magmar instead.
We're gonna have to go for cringe. All right.
Oh, there he is. Hello, Magmar.
All right. So
Tiny Magmar.
that we have pretty much one go at this. There's the attack. That didn't hit the circle, so it's not going to be a great catch rate. Please, don't be punished.
Hey,
Okay, we're not punished.
Nice.
And that is officially the last catch of the
Excellent.
entire speedrun.
So the rest is just evolved.
And that was a super-sized Magmar. Great, thanks.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of experience, which is kind of useless on the Machoke and the Marowak, but whatever. I can't control the fact that it was supersized.
Good for the Dojo, though.
It's actually... I have an interesting choice that I could make. I could actually...
Two levels.
So that's like what? Now 45.
Holy time.
Actually, 40... Wait, is Magmar not on my tracker?
I thought you just ticked it.
Oh, it is right
Yeah,
there.
it is.
It is there. So there's Rapidash. So Mark Psyduck needs to be put in the party. And also Staryu. Not need to learn Fury Attack. I could keep the Dodrio in the party. You know what? I'm feeling risky. I'm going for somewhat risky stress later on. But in the meantime, we have a buzzer.
We do indeed. We have a £41 donation from KG117. That has gone towards the Kill or Spare the Creature donation incentive. Well, it's gone to both of our donation incentives, actually. That went partially towards sparing the creature, and it also went partially towards the Mega Monkey hard mode upgrade for Curse of Monkey Annihilator. That has come with the comment, catch the Chansey.
No.
I have to say, that's gone over my head.
Bit late.
But thank you for that donation. That is a wonderful donation. As you can see, that has got us to £850. We are finally out of the doldrums of ones and nines, and we have a nice round number again. So thank you for that donation. 850 is absolutely fantastic. Please do keep them coming.
How many pets is that?
Something.
Ooh, that's at least 4 pets if we're going down that road. So 4 pets, please.
Yep, will do. Just give me a second. I need to do party management. Alright, that goes in there.
Oh, and on the subject, sorry, we've had a £20 donation from Nordic. That's gone towards Mega Monkey. Pet that hecking cute Pikachu already, so that is 6 pets of the Pikachu now. Thank you.
Thank you, Nordic.
6 pets? Alright. 6 pets it is.
This is a pampered Pikachu today, folks. Look. I just love that. I'm sorry. It's so brilliant.
Pampered, and we are inching ever closer to feeding him.
Feeding the Pikachu, yeah.
£1,000 and Pikachu will be fed.
That's 4.
Doesn't-
That's 5. 6. That's 7. And that's 8. And nope, do not want to go back in that menu. Not yet.
Very nice.
Party, we want that marked. Bag. This is now a big menu that I have to do. We are now giving rare candies to Staryu, as this will be our new main.
So we're making our star big.
Yep.
Big star.
And we're also going to learn the move Hydro Pump, which is everyone's favorite move, because it's 80% accurate.
Oh, very nice.
Which we'll be using occasionally. 46. Don't want to give the last rare candy yet, and then we're going to use the Water Stone to become from a Staryu
Big
to
star.
a Starmie.
Yeah, there we go.
And this will be our main because A, it's now level 46 compared to our Pikachu's level 30, but also just still turns out Psychic type's still really good in Gen 1.
Yep.
And Psychic and Water is just really good coverage. It's like exactly 2 Pokemon that we don't hit, and we have solutions to those problems when we get there. One is a TM that's going to be searched. And speaking of TMs, remember Misty TM?
Scald. Yep.
Yep, we're going to be teaching Scald as our
Scalding Starmie here.
Pretty much our base Starmie. I did not check my stats, but for the most part, it's not really relevant here to know what my stats are. And as we fight this scientist, this is again another
Scientist is
trait.
going to get
well, the scientist.
Starmie working.
This scientist can be a bit scary because this is an electrode, and electrode can be cause problematics if we do get unlucky.
Can it blow up?
No, but it can do something worse.
Right. Okay.
It can do Thunderbolt.
Oh. Okay.
Not really something. We want to
no, that's not what you want. No.
Okay, that's what we want though.
Thunderbolt the Rapidash.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So now we don't have to heal the star, which is really nice. So that's like the best case scenario. It can Thunderbolt the Starmie, and if it gets paralysis and you get fully paralyzed, the fight just goes completely horrendous. But now we don't have to worry about that. Also, there's a little bit of an interesting, if you saw my fight, there's a little bit of a waving Pikachu. We'll get to that. There's a funny strat that I can do later on with that Pikachu.
That goes having a bad day, right? Yeah.
So now that we've done that, there's the Raticate.
There's the rat, just when you don't need it anymore.
Yep, when I'm done with assuming you know, I can count to 50.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so. Let's hope I didn't accidentally add something that I shouldn't have. There's only one way to find out, and that's when we get there.
Yep.
But for now, we're just gonna avoid these spinners. There's a cycle that if you can make it, it will be like really fast. I'm always too scared to make this cycle. Because, you know, you don't want to hit that scientist.
You don't want to get hit by him, yeah.
So we do that, activate the switch, then we wait for him again. Hey, Ditto. Bye, Ditto. Wait for him again, and then we can go.
This is one of the places that was, I'll be honest, not my favorite in the original, and this makes it so much more palatable in terms of the music and the atmosphere, and whereas I absolutely hated the mansion in the original games.
And then we go escape rope. Again, don't ask how we escape outside of a building, but we can, and that's what we like to see.
And now, gym time.
Yeah. How long has it been since we did the last gym?
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
And it was Misty, can I point out?
Yes,
It was the second gym, was the last one we did.
Yeah, but yes, and this is now Gym 7, by the way. This is actually not meant to be the next gym. So, now that we actually have a Pokemon that can deal with the gyms a little bit better, we are actually now just going to kind of do a bit of a gym cleanup.
Gym Grand Tour now, yeah.
So here, we're going to have to be a bit careful because I am on Turbo, so I have to make sure I click the correct answers. Thankfully, it is very simple. It is 1, 2, 2, 2, anything. Or technically the third one, you can be a bit funny. Not the third one, the fourth one.
I think Blaine here has been taking inspiration from a certain Dr. Eggman. He definitely seems to love himself almost as much. We'll be seeing more of Dr. Eggman over the next few days, I'm sure.
Yeah. But in this case, he has, of course, his most infamous line from the entirety of Pokemon. It's been memed pretty much the entirety of its entire lifetime. And he's going to say it, that line. You better pack up on heal! Because of these buns, he's about to dish out. So, this fight, very much simple. If you have bad special, bad speed, if this fight can go a bit iffy. I didn't check, but I will be checking my stats when they actually matter to check. So, we'll worry about that later. So, right now, we'll go X Special.
Still the best piece of music in the game, I think. Apart from maybe the champion theme.
That is fine. We go ahead and heal that confusion. We get Flamethrower. We didn't get burned, so now we can just Scald Spam the entire gym with no consequences to everything. Obviously, you know, Water type, beat fire, let's go. Yeah. So, yeah.
Big puppy.
Big puppy. Unfortunately, all these things are getting
This is
scalded.
going to be a very scalded puppy. Yep, there it goes.
Yeah, so now we get into pretty much kind of how this run shifts a little bit. So kind of like what makes this run a little bit interesting is it actually has a little bit of an interesting difference of both worlds. Yep. Where Pikachu is, you have perfect stats, you don't know the nature, and the experience is completely not, like, linear.
Yeah.
Now, we move on to Starmie, whose nature is consistent because we made it consistent ages ago.
Yes. Yeah, you made it modest.
But also, the EXP is consistent too. We know exactly when it's going to level up at what point, assuming I don't hit anything extra. But its stats are random. So now it goes back to, do we have good stats? And having good stats is definitely going to be important for later. And there's actually something like really funny that's gonna happen here. Essentially, there's this little cutscene that happens. It's like, oh my god, you beat the 7th gym leader. We should go ahead and do the whole 8th gym leader thing. And it's like,
Oops.
yeah,
About that.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
This is just our 3rd gym, so there is kind of like a main reason as to decently good reason as to why we don't do the gyms quite yet. And the main reason is the fact that the 2 gyms that we skipped is the electric gym, which Pikachu wouldn't exactly have the greatest time, and also the grass gym. You know, 2 things
But definitely not of the greatest time. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the main reason why we kind of wait till now to do the gyms, mainly because we can just send an over-leveled Starmie and just, you know, spam moves against it. So here, this is meant to be the tutorial on how to do the thing. I did not mean to talk to Rapidash. Sometimes if you just mash A too much, you can accidentally talk to Rapidash, which obviously, time loss, it's annoying. It's pretty much the most annoying time loss, because it is your fault, but it's just like, you're a bit too trigger happy.
And cans.
Cans. Man, I can't believe, you know, all this is just random. Like, I have to be really lucky to get the cans, right? It's like, back then, it's all random, like, But I feel like I have a hunch, right? You know, I think it's going to be like this can. And then, it has to be one next to it, so I think it might be this one. First try, let's go!
Yep. I still think they should have randomized it.
No.
Yeah, I know. Can puzzle is speedrunners.
Yeah, it's like you have to find the can, and then fire red leaf green, you have to save in front of the can, hope you get lucky enough with which can it is. Ideally, you want to get a can in the corner because then you only have 2 options, but yeah,
it's
like
surge time.
It is surge time. It is just spam A, win. It's like, look at that level difference, like 25 to 46. Yeah, I don't think surge stands a chance at all. So that's why it's just like such a massive advantage of doing this later. So that's why we just do it now. Also, we're going to have to be trying to talk a lot because I kind of also realized something about the gyms in this game. For some reason, they do get copyrighted. So when we go to the, not the gym theme, but the gym, not the gym leader theme, but the gym theme, like some...
Oh, this?
Yeah,
This bit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not copyright. It's basically some troll on YouTube who has the whole copyright. It's stupid. So typically, the solution on how we solve that problem is we just talk, especially for the next gym where, well, let's just say they're supposed to be trainers that we're supposed to fight.
Yeah.
Keyword supposed. And we're not going to do that, so we're just going to talk all over it. Just to
okay, that's fair enough.
Ignore the whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
That's completely fine. It's like, you know, we're going to go here.
I'm sure we can do that.
Yeah, that's completely fine. Don't worry, it's just you. But before that, TM kit, actually, Medicine Pocket, heal the Starmie all the way to full. Very important. And then we're going to go TM case, and we're going to teach Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt to Starmie, nice.
The Starmie. And this is going to be our final moveset for Starmie, being Scald, Hydro Pump, Psychic Thunderbolt. Pretty much, there's like a small debate in, like, are you a slot 2 Thunderbolt enjoyer or a slot 4 Thunderbolt enjoyer?
Alright.
I am personally a slot 4 Thunderbolt enjoyer instead of a slot 2 Thunderbolt enjoyer. But, you know, that's just my opinion.
And we're just going to ride on our big flaming horse here and down to the next...
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. The worst fight in the game is approaching very soon. Or at least, maybe not like necessarily the worst fight, but the most infamous fight of Let's Go is approaching very much soon. It does happen in Self Go.
Oh, okay. Right.
And it is like a pretty bad fight, but... Pretty bad fight. Also, this gym puzzle, just show them any Pokemon.
Yeah. Any Pokemon's cute, so you could show them a Muck or a Grimer or something.
I heard that if you put certain speedrunners' names on it, they might reject it, but I don't know. But yeah, all these trainers, you know, they're supposed to be looking at you and they're supposed to hit you, but nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
They've been, yeah, okay.
Their vision is, like, how they work is, like, their vision isn't even just a tile. It's just a thin line. And so it's like, if you just don't go into that thin line, they just won't see you at all. Like, that trainer? Nope.
Nope.
Like, this trainer coming up right here? Nope.
Yeah, they seem to be a little short-sighted, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, the joke that I used to make before is I think all these trainers need to go to Specsavers, but... You know. They should have gone there!
Yeah, fair enough.
But, nope, they did not, so...
Now we get Erica.
And now we have Erica, which, if you thought the last gym was easy... this gym is also... pretty simple. We have a move called Psychic. We're just going to use it 3 times, and we're just going to absolutely decimate the entire gym. I will admit, this is probably the final, like, easiest gym fight in the entire game. There's no...
Because Sabrina and
there's
Koga
Sabrina and Koga,
harder.
and then the surprise 8th gym leader, which we absolutely do not know who it is.
we don't know who that is. Yeah.
It's definitely not just written in my splits. So there goes Psychic on the Tangler. And then we get the Weeping Bell, and then, oh look, shame you have a poison typing, because now we can just knock you out in one single hit with super effective! And finally, the Vileplume, again, being poison type does not help you. Like, remember, I think people forget, there are no dark types.
No.
And there's one steel type in the entire game, and that's Magnemite, and we're never going to see Magneton anyway, so... Like, the only dark type... Actually, that's a fun little question. What is the only dark type in this game?
That's a really good question. Not Umbreon.
Nope.
I'm trying to think. Is it not the special one? The extra one that you import from the Let's Go?
Nope.
No. Oh, go on then. I don't know.
Alolan Raticate.
Oh, I didn't even know they had Alolan forms in here.
Yes, they do.
So Alolan Rodent, yeah.
Actually, that is a lie. They also have Alolan... That's a lie. There's actually 2, but that's Alolan Muck as well.
Alolan Muck, yep.
I did forget that it is Dark type. So here, now we go into Silphco. We do get the drink. Before, in the original, it could just be any drink, but it has to be specifically the tea that Brock gives you. And we are going to be heading into... Oh, almost heading into the worst fight. We have one more fight before that, and we also have a cutscene. Yeah. So, yes, I see your blinking light of death at me. You don't have to keep blinking. I mean, I guess you still have to anyway, but it's part of your job. But yes, what is it now?
It's just a quick interjection, just to say, we have less than around an hour of this run left to go. If you would like to give Pikachu a pet, that's going to cost you £10, and we are getting temptingly close to that £1,000 target to feeding Pikachu. But either way, if you want to donate, donate in chat. I said we haven't had much petting of Pikachu in the last hour, but if we could hit that £1,000 target, that'd be absolutely amazing. And you get to see Pikachu being fed. And if you don't donate, Pikachu will starve to death. So please.
So please feed Pikachu.
Yeah. So right now we're gonna be fighting Blue. There was a safer strat that I could have gone for, but I am going for what I do normally in PB, which is definitely a risky strat, which is Fire Blast, please land.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So here, I did say that there are 2 Pokemon that Starmie cannot hit at all for neutral or super effective. One of them is this. That's the Executor.
Yep.
And the way that we deal with that is Rapidash deal with it.
Okay. So Rapidash's got Fire Blast.
Yeah, so here we're going to go Bag, go X Special onto Rapidash, and then we're just going to hope that it just lands the Fire Blast. You know, 85% of the time it lands.
There it goes. Yep.
And then we're going to have... Yep. And then, of course, Blue is going to actually have the Charizard. And this fight, and then we're actually going to do the inverse of what we did before. We're going to Scold. And we are going to X Special.
X Special on the Starmie.
And then we're just going to...
Scalded Dragon.
Scald, and well, it's not a dragon. It's a fire type. It's a fire lizard. 47. Let's do my special attack check. 124. That's not bad. Actually, that's pretty decent. It's not like crazy, but it is Pretty decent. Okay. Okay. It's time. It's time for the worst fight in the game. I hate this fight. This fight sucks.
Rocket time.
This fight can go to hell.
Okay, so why is this fight so bad then? I've obviously fallen asleep and not.
All right, welcome to
so.
Archer 2.
Archer. Yeah.
So, the fight doesn't suck because the levels are like over-leveled or anything. This fight sucks because you just lose a stupid. You can just lose a stupid amount of time for stuff that's just not your fault. So this is what we call in the community a multi-battle or a true double, where you only have control of one Pokemon. You just have to hope that Cubone does.
Yeah, I hope it does something sensible. Yeah, fair enough.
These two Pokemon are scary in their own right, so we are going to Psychic away the Muck. And then just look how long this turn takes to even just start.
Yeah. Yeah, that's taking its time, isn't it? They're having a face-off there.
And,
there we go.
Okay, so that's not ideal. So Electrode went for Thunderbolt turn 1. So the 3-turn fight for this is dead. So that's not going to happen. Also High Golduck. So now we are forced to heal on this fight because we will be dead to a Thunderbolt if we don't heal. So here we should hopefully see Explosion and Cubone attacking the thing. We did see Sucker Punch on Cubone, so that's really good. It means that it is attacking. And that is good damage. So now Cubone just needs to hit the Boomerang, and it does kill the Raticate.
Nice.
So this is the fastest 4-turn fight that we can get now, because now we can just spam Psychic, and we will just be out of here. So the reason why this fight can go bad is because the Electro can just spam Thunderbolt the entire time. If you don't kill the Muck can go for Minimize, and
yeah, can get a bit messy.
And also just lose every single turn you lose. It's just so. It's like this is considered the worst fight just in the entire game for just that reason. Like if you get a 3-turn fight, you are laughing. 4-turn fight. There's the fast 4-turn, which is this one, and there's a slow 4-turn. You're good. 5-turn, now it starts to get bad, and anything higher than 6, you're just wishing the run just goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the worst
well
fight.
done, we got through that. There's the side up going up.
There's a Psyduck, so there is one more evolution. So now we are at 47. Psyduck evolved the Golduck, and I know exactly where the Muck is going to evolve. It's going to evolve in the next fight, and specifically, it will gain the level up between knocking out the Jesse's Arbok.
Oh, okay. Jesse and James again, then. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Jesse and James 4, the easiest of the 4 Jesse and James, because now we have actually a Pokemon that can actually hit, poison types for weakness. I say for weakness. I'm using a lot of TCG lingo.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, don't worry. I just today I ethically stole a lot of things from Huds.
I was going to say, yeah, no, Hud's bought his Pokemon collection here, and he's got a lot of them.
No,
so.
okay, I'm gonna call Huds right now. I know he's probably like bowling or something right now. Oh no, he's golfing right now.
I think he's golfing.
Huds, I've seen your bulk collection. How do you have more bulk cards than me, even though I've been playing this for 7 years?
I like it.
Thank you for your cards, but I think there's a problem. I can even just go get my bag and just be like, there's all the stuff that I took from him. Ethically took from him.
Indeed. Right, Jesse and James time.
This fight, having a Pokemon that knows Psychic, it's pretty good. Just Psychic. We're gonna Psychic the Arbok. The Arbok is the bigger threat. The only annoying thing that Weezing can do is a Thunderbolt, but actually it is optimal to have the Rapidash here, because Rapidash has the move Stomp, which means it has a 20% chance to flinch the opponent.
Yeah.
So maybe Weezing just doesn't do anything and we don't have to worry about it. So bye Arbok,
There
you're a
goes the
pain.
stack. Yeah, that didn't last long.
You're a pain, I don't want to deal with you. There's the Grimer, exactly what I said.
There's the Grimer.
There's a Stomp, and it flinches! So we don't have to worry about Grimer at all. What about this Weezing? It can Thunderbolt Paralysis, which is like the biggest troll that it could possibly do.
Yeah,
it can also, I believe...
It's getting stomped out of there. There it goes.
And there's the final evolution into the Grimer.
So you need 2 more, is that
We
right?
need 2 more.
And they'll be picking them up.
And
I'm
we will be
assuming.
picking them up very shortly. There is still one more fight we have to do here, being, of course, Giovanni 2.
Is it Eevee Evolve? Or is it Eevee and Lapras?
It is no evolutions.
Oh, okay.
We are just picking up 2 Pokemon immediately, and we'll showcase what those 2 are
Okay,
very
excellent.
shortly.
If I may just step in for a second, just to let people in chat know, because we are having a slight issue with the donation tracker at the moment, and it's not, it's providing a few technical supports. Do not worry, our tech support team are working hard at resolving the problem, so do not think it is you. It is an us problem at the moment, but all going well, we'll have it fixed in the next couple of minutes, maybe 10.
So Giovanni, not that difficult of a fight. We'll start with Persian. This Persian will always go for Fake Out, which is completely fine because we're just going to use that turn that it fakes out to go ahead and use an X Special and then just scald everything that we need to. And then sooner or later, it'll be pumping time, and that's going to be fun.
Bye-bye, Buzzagata.
So first, we do this. Fake Out. I have not actually used any of my Stylus healing items except for one, so I actually can do a specific shop later, which skips, but excuse me, that skips buying full heals. So that's going to be really nice to see.
That Rhyhorn's about to have a really bad time. Yeah,
Yep.
there it goes.
Bye, Rhyhorn. Don't think it liked that Scald that
No,
much.
I don't think so.
And then there's Nidoqueen, who's also not going to like the Scald either. I'm pretty sure, I think it's like you need it for the Nidoqueen and you need the X Special for the Persian. Now, obviously, you do not need the X Special for the Rhyhorn.
Giovanni, for now.
Goodbye.
See you later.
Now we have to pick up the most useless item in the speedrun because we will never use it.
Master Ball.
Yep, we will never use this.
Not even sell it.
No, we can't even. You can't even do that. Not that we would want to. We don't need to sell anything. Even though we're going to be doing some shopping very shortly, we are not going to be selling any more items because we don't need to. We have enough money already.
That teleportation effect looks quite painful.
Yeah.
Getting disintegrated and back together.
All right, so now we're going to head to the lift. We're going to go down to the well, actually up to the 7th floor.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna go into this room. And we're gonna talk to this guy, who gives us a Lapras.
Lapras! Yeah.
That's 49. It can be shiny. I have not gotten a shiny. He's like, I'm waiting one day for the purple Lapras to spawn. We then go to the 1st floor, which is actually the ground floor. I'm British. Shut up.
Yep.
Then we're gonna go around the fountain and then out the door. Get a little bit of cutscene like, hey, look, we saved the day. Now we gotta go fight Sabrina.
Yep.
But before we do that, we have some things to do. This special attack seems to be good, so I will buy a certain item, although I might not end up using it, but we'll see. So before that, we are gonna go this direction, the opposite way of the mod. We're gonna talk to this guy, who's gonna give us a Porygon.
Oh, wow.
And
okay.
now, if we've done the math right,
Yep,
if I've
we're at
actually
50.
counted,
Yep.
we should be at 50. Now we've done that, I now need to find where my shopping menu is, which is right here. Because I do not remember the shop menus at all, even though I should. So shopping, if skipping full heals, which I am.
Got 2 gyms to go now. 3 gyms to go, sorry.
Yep. Then
And then Elite 4 and after that.
11 max repels, 11 X speeds, and then 11 X special defenses, and the rest of my money goes to you. Exactly calculated.
Look at that! Wow! To the penny. Excellent.
That doesn't actually matter. Like, we buy 99 X specials. We're not planning to use all 99 of them. It's just faster to buy all of it than not buy all of it.
Here's the technical gym here.
Yep. So, little fun fact about this gym. You're supposed to have a level 45 Pokemon. Sabrina does not have a level 45 Pokemon.
She's not allowed to do a gym. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so here we're going to go... There's a little bit of a puzzle here. Not too complicated. It's only available. Then we're going to go to the bottom left. Then we're going to go to the top right. We're going to see which way this trainer is moving. That way, that's fine. We're going to go to the top right. We're then going to go to the bottom right twice. So there's 1. And then there's 2. This trainer is also spinning. Which way is she spinning? That way. Thank you. And then top right, and then 2 top lefts. So top right number 1 is over this way. Okay, we're fine. And then top left 1, and then this trainer is gonna be. I'm just gonna play. Yep, that's the right way.
Good.
And now it's time for Sabrina.
Sabrina.
So Sabrina has like the amazing fight, which you rarely get, the average fight, and then the kind of annoying fight. And this really depends on when she chooses to use light screen.
Okay.
Turn 1 is kind of like the normal fight. Turn 2 is the annoying fight, and never is the great fight.
Right, okay, here we go then.
Regardless, we do have to set up 2 X specials on the Starmie. And hopefully we don't accidentally use the wrong X special. Alright, so bag. Special 1. Psychic.
Oh, psychic, okay.
X special 2. Light scream. That's annoying. X speed. And then I'll take this opportunity to heal because I have to burn a turn. And we can just Scald Spam from now. We have to kind of burn a turn because we need to knock out Mr. Mime specifically when light screen ends. That way we can knock out Alakazam in one hit.
Okay.
So that's why we had to burn a single turn there. Now the light screen goes
wears off. Yeah.
There's the Alakazam.
Alakazam can get
and
started.
then we can then just one-hit KO every single Pokemon from now on. That's kind of like the main reason why like light screen turn 2 is cringe. But it's not like the end of the world.
End of the world, yeah. If she doesn't turn 1, you've got a problem.
This is also another Pokemon that we can't hit with water or psychic moves, but thankfully we have Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt. Yep.
So that's where Thunderbolt's usefulness comes into play. And then we're going to be doing yet another special attack check. And this special attack check is going to be 48, 120. Oh, okay, this Starmie's starting to become a good Starmie. Which is what we like to see. Then we can do fast, but somewhat risky Elite Four strats. I will be saving, so don't worry. Don't worry about the estimate too much. Skenmy can, you know.
Yeah, I think Skenmy can relax now, even with all the pets. I think we're doing quite well.
Yep. So big menu I have to do here. Big menu I have to do here. So thing 1 I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my bag. I'm going to put Pokemon box, and we are now going to deposit everything that is not Rapidash nor Starmie, because we don't need you. And then we're going to go to Medicine Pocket. We're going to heal the Starmie to full. And then we're going to move the Hyper Potion. Okay, that's actually really annoying. Fine. And then we're going to use the Elixir here. And then we're going to go to Candy Jar. Special attack check. 131. That's good. Battle Pocket. Move that here. And Town Map. All the way to Fuchsia. Did I miss anything? The answer's no.
No, I don't think so. We'll soon see. We'll see if I've failed my counting. Hopefully not.
Let's see. Do we have 50? This is the big deal. Do we have... Can I count to 50? Do we have 50 Pokemon? Our survey says...
Yay, 50!
We can get into the gym. We do not get kicked by Koga.
Good.
And now it's time for essentially the hardest fight in this gym. Oh, it's not Koga, by the way.
It's not Koga. It's the first trainer.
It's the first and only trainer we actually have to fight. The true boss of this gym, Caden. If we know a trainer's name, you know that that it's a problem. Mainly the fact that this muck does have minimize and it can be trolling. We also have to, at this point now, keep a track of my PP. Specifically, keep a track of my psychic PP. So, like, special... Moonblast is fine. The special attack drop is a bit cringe, but that's fine. Because now it means I have to Psychic the Beedrill instead of using Scald, which I would have preferred because I want to keep the Scald. I did remember it is 131 special attack. I'm going to now tell you the number, and your job now is to remember what number I tell you.
Right, 131 special attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
That means... Oh, wow, that's a very good special attack. That means for Koga, not only can I use Scald on... I can not only use Scald on Venomoth, I can also use Scald on Weezing. Which is... Yep, this way, go around you, and then find the hole, and... Koga can be a bit annoying because the main gimmick of Koga's gym, everything has Toxic, everything has Protect. And so, hopefully, we didn't actually lose that many turns. We lost one turn on Kaden, specifically, because we got a Protect on Beedrill. Also, the Moonblast special attack drop is cringe, simply because it's only 10%.
Right.
So, it's fine.
If I could just hop in for a second, just to let everyone watching know that we have fixed the server issues. So you can get back to donating. We've had a little lull period here, but yes, we have sacrificed the appropriate tribute to the server, and we are now accepting donations again. Sorry for any inconvenience caused. Exclamation donate in chat gives you all the information you need, and as just once again, apologies for that slight hiccup, but I think we're all good now, so please keep them coming in. Not too much longer to go if you want to get Pikachu fed.
Yes, feed that Pikachu.
Yep.
Here we can now
get
just
the pats and the feeding.
Everything. We did get a bit trolled in the beginning with Toxic on the Weezing, but on the... is it the Weezing? I think it's the Weezing. No, it was the Muck. Regardless, we got Toxic on the first Pokemon. Here we go ahead and use Thunderbolt because we don't want to burn our precious Psychic PP. It is very important. And then actually, I want to keep a number in check. What is my Psychic PP count? It is going to be 6. 6. That's good. That's enough. I need at least 4.
Okay.
So having 6 is definitely going to be useful, because I can do some slightly faster strats on some other fights. And that is now the 7th badge that we've now collected.
We've got gym number 8.
Gym number 8, which we're going to be doing...
scary one.
Actually, it is super scary, because last time I did a marathon of this, it was a race. I died in that fight.
Oh, wow, okay.
Mainly because... what I like to call a critical hit moment, but you know what?
Okay.
That's fine. We're just going to do it again, and nothing bad is going to happen.
Oh,
but you
of
know,
course not. Well,
just in case, I am going to click the save button.
That's probably very sensible.
Yeah. Quickly, we're going to go get the Teeth. Similar to, like, are you Thunderbolt slot 2 or Thunderbolt slot fan? Are you Gold Teeth prior to Koga's gym, or Gold Teeth after Koga's gym? Is definitely also another debate. I am currently Gold Teeth after instead of Gold Teeth before. I don't know which one is faster. Some people say that it's before, but we need Gold Teeth so that we can get access to Strength. I have forgotten this many a times, so me going to Victory Road, doing all that, and it's like, oh, I forgot something. So this is the last HM. They all have like silly names. This one's called Pushy Push.
Oh, right, okay.
Even like the Eevee attack names or something like that. Like, this is a real attack name. Batty Bad.
Okay.
It's definitely an A choice of names. But we don't have to deal with that anymore. Now we go ahead and use our Max Repels. And we're pretty much using the Max Repels until the very end. And we're going to head to Viridian City. And we do have a couple of like text boxes before we actually head into the gym where we have some interesting fights and interesting decisions that I could make. So We have text boxes. I think you know what that's a code signal for.
We do. We have donations. The
nice.
tracker is back on. The tracker is back on track, and we have a £10 donation from Ashcarp, which has gone towards the Mega Monkey hard mode for Curse of Monkey Island. And the comment reads: "Thank you, team, for doing a great job fixing everything. Let's start a Pikachu train," and that has got us up to £880. So that is absolutely phenomenal. As the time is running out, if you want to give Pikachu a pat on the head, so please keep the donations coming.
Alright, it's good to know that there's, even though the thing is still working, there is still a visual bug, so...
Yeah, there is, yes.
That's gonna definitely...
I was just about to inform them about that.
I'm sorry, my eyes it's like, literally, it's in my vision. Like, it's literally right there. Like, oh, I'm going to know.
We do have a pet when we've got a chance, opportunity for it, though.
When's the next most optimal? I probably have to... Well, actually, no, when I save. That's when it'll be the best time to pet the Pikachu. Of course, we are now entering into the end game.
Yep, final part of the run here.
We have, of course, the final gym, the Elite Four, and Victory Road, and also the Champion as well. But, you know, Champion's fine. Now we get to go back through this path that we started the entire run, except now we get to ride a massive fire horse. I'm surprised that we're not burning everything as we go through, but you know what? I'll let Pokemon Logic deal with it.
Yeah, I always thought it was a bit uncomfortable riding on the back of a Rapidash, but...
So, very important, do not go on any of these dash panels so that we can actually talk to this trainer. That way we don't have to fight another trainer later, which is going to be very important. Trainer Cole, this one is a pretty simple fight. We're going to Psychic, and because we have a spare Psychic, we can actually Psychic the Rhyhorn instead of having to click Scald. It pretty much just saves us super effective effects and having to go back up. So, I will have to heal that damage at some point, so when I save, I will heal that damage up. And then, I could play the Giovanni fight safe, but that means I don't get to use the special attack, so I want to use a special attack. The special attack's like actually pretty good at this point. So we're gonna do the One Piece strat because I'm not the next fight though. The next fight I can do with One Piece strat, but I can actually do some shenanigans. And actually, the thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna position my second trainer there, so when I do hit the encounter, the trainer doesn't move.
Okay.
So it saves a little bit of time. And then here, because my special attack is actually really good, I can actually go for a interesting 2-piece strat. Normally, if your special attack's not that great, you either go for Scald or you go for Hydro Miss. But here, actually, that would almost been bad if I actually clicked the wrong move. Actually, wait. Oh, I only have 4 Psychics. I can do that. I can do it. I was like, yeah, no, I have enough Psychics. It's fine. I was like, wait, do I have enough Psychics? Yes, I do. I have just barely enough Psychics. I was like, can I actually do this strat? Actually, yes, I can do the strat. But now I don't need the second trainer anymore. And by not fighting trainer early, I can then go in here so that I can fight this trainer. So one of these trainers is mandatory. You can just pick which one. We are going to be picking the Black Belt because it is a lot easier to deal with a Graveler than it is to deal with a Sandslash.
Yep.
So we're just going to hit the Scald. And then I hear that we have probably more pets, so go ahead and say what donations we have.
Well, unfortunately, as somebody in chat has noticed, our stream tracker isn't working, but get ready to put your hands together, folks. We have a massive £175 donation from Commander Rob. That has gone towards the Mega Monkey hard mode upgrade for Curse of Monkey Island later today. And that comes with the comment, "Hey Woofs, if you're hearing this, have some love from your local early crew K-pop dealer." Have fun there, and no. I'm not actually 100% certain if Woofs is actually here yet or not. I haven't seen him, but I will certainly pass the message on, and thank you for that incredible donation. And we're just going to call it 17 pats on Pikachu's head, why not?
17 pats, okay.
8, 2,
Where does that take us in terms of overall total?
I'm hoping that it's working. I'll have a look and just bear with me 1 second.
And maybe even Mega Monkey as well, if you've got a second, sorry.
5.
That has actually seen the Mega Monkey
6.
incentive met. That is absolutely met. So right now, I'm going to be opening up the secondary incentive for the Pirate I Was Meant to Be song. So keep donating. That's I think that's only £300. That additional one. So please do keep them coming in. We're only £300 now for having the ultimate Curse of Monkey Island experience. But thank you everyone who has donated. Absolutely fantastic. And as Skemmy has just put in chat, current total is £1,055. So we've already cracked the 1,055. Pikachu is going to have to be
Pikachu!
fed.
I'm very happy Pikachu today.
All right.
Food.
Yep, I'm getting there.
Here he goes.
You get that.
Woo!
There's the
Nice.
feed.
Pikachu didn't starve. Good ending confirmed.
There we go. Cheers. Thank you so much for your generous donations, folks.
All right, now time for all this to be in vain and just me dying. to
No, you're
Giovanni.
fine. We're gonna give Giovanni show him what for.
So remember the X Defend I bought ages ago?
Yep.
Yeah, this is where the fight comes in. This is where the X Defend. So with the X Defend, X Special, Scold against this Duck Trio. If I get an untimely crit, I die.
Oh,
So
let's fingers crossed. We should be fine.
It also has the move Slash, which it does have an increased crit chance. So yeah, please don't. Don't be that. Next defense. There's one. There's two.
Sucker punch.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. All right, this is fine. This is completely fine.
Yep, there we go.
And
Scarlet.
there goes the fight.
Yep.
Now we just spam Scold, and once we knock out the Pokemon just before Nidoqueen, so the Rhydon, that's when we need to do our next special attack check.
Okay.
And if I may just step in, just confirmation, the A Pirate I Was Meant to Be song incentive is now officially open. You can now donate towards that for Curse of Monkey Island later. So please do keep those donations coming in. Thank you for meeting that target for the mega target on Curse of Monkey Island so quickly. That's absolutely phenomenal. But yeah,
Check
the
134.
additional incentive is now open. So please keep donating.
Sorry, what was that?
134.
134.
That is very good special attack. That's like, we're almost getting to the point where the range on a certain Pokemon later will be pretty much guaranteed.
Good. Excellent.
And
It's going really well.
Oh, this Tommy is actually like pretty good. Like, I wish I had this Tommy in PBs. But sometimes you just get unlucky and you just see 110 and you're crying. So 134 means I can do some stuff.
134, yeah.
So there's nothing special I can do in the next fight, but it's fights in Victory Road where I get to do some special stuff.
So the next fight then is going to be, if I'm right in saying, it's going to be a rival fight.
Yes.
And then we have Victory Road. How many fights in Victory Road? How many required fights?
Let me see.
A few?
I think
5?
it's like 5. I think 5 does sound about
And
right.
then Elite Four and Champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're in the final stretch here, folks.
Yeah. So rival fight is going to be not that rival fight, the other rival fight.
Yeah, not that rival. He's the old rival.
Yeah, he's your rival who's about to become the gym leader, which is great continuity from Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and you know those games. Now we're gonna go this way. I'd like to use another repel. That is a bit early on the repel. There is one skip that I am worried about later on, but we'll deal with that when we get there. So for now, we have this fight. We are doing this as a 2P fight because this fight kinda sucks as 1P. Actually, no, that's a lie. It does suck at 1P.
Yep. Here we go.
And this is where I need to remind myself that this is a Gen 7 game and not a Generation 8 game. That is very important in specifically this fight because there's no such thing as dynamic speed.
There's
So
the big
here,
old
we're
budgie.
going to go Thunderbolt, and then we're going to go X Special on this turn. And then next turn, depending on when Pidgeot, depending on which Pokemon he's targeting, he's either going to be bringing out either Vileplume or Marowak. Chooses the Vileplume. So here, we're going to go with Psychic. And this turn, I need to X-Speed because if Jolteon comes out afterwards, and I don't X-Speed this turn, I will not outspeed it, and it will just kill me back with Thunder, and we do not want to do that.
No.
And that'll be really bad. So now that we are X-Speed, it can either bring out the Jolteon or the Marowak. Jolteon will be the preferred choice right now. Thank you.
There's Jolteon. Yep.
And then we go Psychic. And then we go X Special, so be at +4. Actually, do we even need? Yeah, no, we need B +4 for Jolteon
How about
specifically.
Jolteon?
And then after that comes out the Marowak, which we would normally Psychic here, but we do actually need to save the Psychic. So we're going to Scald, and we're going to Hyper Potion Starmie up to full. And that is Rival 5 complete.
There we go. Right. Okay, heading into the final stretch here.
So Elite Four, we have one trainer. I am never doing 1P, even in a marathon setting, because that fight sucks. Oh, this is the beginning of we are going to be pumping, specifically Hydro Pumping, and don't take that out of context.
Yeah,
or anything else.
definitely.
Sorry, if I may ask, in regards to petting Pikachu, just because we're coming up towards the end of the run, what's going to be our last opportunity to do that?
Just after Lance.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll save all of the pets up for there, and you just tell me when you're ready to pet Pikachu. How's that sound?
Okay, we can
Sounds
absolutely
good,
do
yeah.
that.
So
Sounds like we've got a few more coming, so...
Final call, folks. £10 gets a pet of Pikachu. Please do keep them coming, and it's been a fun little side incentive.
We have
it's
like
done
what?
very well.
And it's
10,
done very well, so thank you very
50,
much.
10, 15 minutes, I think. It's definitely, like, Victory Road is definitely, like, does take some time. So it'll be like, actually, it'll be like more like 15, 20 minutes before we have to be like, final
Final
call.
call. Yeah, okay, that's
But
cool.
assuming, we don't die in any of the fights. Not that I plan to.
No, we've done very well so far. It's been a
Not that
fantastic
I
run.
have planned to.
Nope, it's been a fantastic run. And again, can I just second what Mike was saying? Amazing donations coming in during this run. Absolutely. I mean, we have raised over £1,000
It's over
in the
1,000.
first
That's-
3 runs of the event.
It's absolutely
It's
incredible.
incredible. Amazing job, folks. Amazing.
Yes. Alright, so we're going to have some fun with what we
Bit
call
of pushing now.
Bit of
yeah.
pushing, and especially when later on we have to push the same ball 20 times.
Oh, lovely.
Individually.
Oh.
So that'll be a great time for you if you have, like, messages later, but not right now. Right now we have this fight, which is so this is Ace Trainer Naomi. She is infamous because you can do this 1P, but it's really risky to do so, and I don't like it. And so I am in a marathon setting.
Yep.
Obviously in PBs I might do in the future, but in this fight, no, because we have to start risking 80% accurate moves, which is everyone's favorite.
Hard bump.
Now, if it does land, it does get the knockout, but if it doesn't, but in the 1P version, you have to X special, get hit by a dark move, crunch, which can decrease your defense, and then hope to Hydro Pump. Uh-oh.
Ooh, it's a big blood. There we go.
And then this is where I need to make sure I keep the final Psychic, and thankfully I did. Although, low battery.
I saw that, yeah. I was like, oh dear.
We're gonna be
We're on the
fine.
clock here.
I mean, we are on 2 literal clocks here. It's fine. It's gonna be enough battery. I believe. Right, so that's trainer 1. This is gonna be trainer 2. Oh, I should probably now explain the category. So we are doing any percent no mount skips. Essentially, every trainer that I am fighting here can be skipped using very specific like mounts with Rapidash. Initially, it used to only be done with Aerodactyl, but it's actually been found that you can actually do it with Rapidash. We have to be like, it's abusing the fact that you are in one position in one point, and then when you ride on the Rapidash, you're in another position in another point to skip the trainers. It is incredibly difficult, so I'm not doing it. So here, we're just gonna fight the trainers like normal. And actually, if you actually do these trainers, oops, you are asleep. Thank you, game, for wasting my time. If you are, what was I saying? If you are doing these trainer skips, you actually don't need to teach Hydro Pump to Starmie. You
Okay.
can actually Water Stone first and then Rare Candy. But because I am doing these fights, I do need Hydro Pump for certain fights. And yes, also right now my Psychic PP is at 0. Don't worry, we're gonna get a free heal later, very shortly. So here we need to wait for you to spin around, and then you to spin around again.
Yeah, don't want to fight him. There we go.
So that's trainer 2. Actually, there might only be 4 trainers in the 4. I don't remember exactly. So here, this is where I'm going to be one bit of focus time a little bit after we do the strength puzzle. We talk to Officer Jenny to get the free heal.
Free heal. Right, okay.
Then we do the strength puzzle. Like
Is this
so.
the 20 times one?
No, this is not the 20 times one. This is the... We have to make sure we don't do it incorrectly.
Yeah,
otherwise
you have to,
otherwise you have
reset
to go down that ladder and go back up. Which might mess up my rappel timing a little bit. And then here comes, like, the final non-mount trainer skip that we can actually do. And this is the one I always get nervous for because it's always at the end of the run. I've not failed it yet, so I probably jinxed myself. So here, we go to the corner, dismount. There we go. That's how you do it. And we skip that trainer over there, so we don't have to fight her.
Good. Excellent.
And then, did not mean to talk to Rapidash. Then we fight the top trainer here. You have to fight one of these two, and the top one is just better. And then I believe after this fight, we are going to get ourselves another special attack check. I call it a special attack check. Normally I try to keep track of other stats, but for now it's just special attack.
Yeah, that's the.
For the marathon that's the only stat that matters right now. Sidekick. Oh, nice critical hit. Only by nice, I mean not nice. Because I will. Do I have to heal that? I probably have to heal that. I'll check my HP in a second. Anyway, special attack check is at level 51, 136.
136.
That's getting better. This I need to Thunderbolt. I had one special attack so stupidly high, I could actually scold this thing.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Scold the goal bat, but you have to be like 146. So, but
oh wow, okay, that is extreme.
yeah. Oh look, my laptop's gonna die. Hopefully that's not gonna be an issue for later. Alright, so... And now, we get the fun part. We get to push a rock 20 times.
Follow it down the hole. There we go.
Well, first off, we have to fall down the hole, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You don't need to confirm it each
6.
time.
You do have to confirm it each time. I'm pressing A.
Oh, all right, okay. Oh, all right.
Like if I just run.
It doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Like in other games you don't, but in this one you have to press it every single time.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Game Freak.
It's called it's what Sonic speedrunners like to call thrilling gameplay.
Yep, exactly. Thrilling gameplay.
Except you actually have to do more inputs than thrilling gameplay.
Yeah.
And yeah, you could. I was gonna try and like cheekily skip this train. I was gonna go back and fight him if I didn't get it. All right.
Okay.
Do a cheeky skip,
We're
but
nearly there.
I couldn't do it. But no. Let's see.
Ooh, with the katong.
Should have I have healed this? Am I above 100 HP? The answer is uh-oh. Ooh, this might be a problem. Never mind. Just avoid the start. Just avoid the power whip. That's fine.
Yeah.
If we did get hit by power whip, we were most likely dead.
All right. Okay.
But we got lucky.
Yeah. Oh well, the katong locked out.
What is the special attack that I just say? 134, right?
134. Yeah.
Okay, so I can
Was it
actually
one-
go
was it
for a range on.
136 maybe?
Okay. So we can do some interesting things in the Lorelei fight. And when I mean interesting, I do mean somewhat risky, but it is interesting. But, I mean, obviously we're going to go for it because it'd be
Yeah, of
fun.
course. Well, as I say, we've done very, very well.
And it actually
so-
doesn't even matter if we don't save because we just get into the beginning of the Elite 4 fight anyway, so don't have to save. We don't lose, like, the entire run. We don't. It's not like if we die in Champion, then we have to do the whole thing again.
Yeah, no, that's a bit
That I'm
unfortunate.
absolutely going to be saving, but here, Lorelei, definitely an interesting strat that I'm going to do.
Okay, here we go then. Elite 4 time.
Elite 4 time. So, 4 members of the Elite 4. Once we get to Lance, that will be pretty much the final call on pets.
On pets, yep.
But we have 4 fights, and they are all interesting. And actually, there is a strat that I have never done, and I'm only able to do it because of the pets.
Oh, okay.
So,
Pet-specific tactics.
pet-specific tactics, and that's going to
Yeah.
happen on Agatha. But before that, we're going to go into this fight. Thankfully, if we do die to Lorelei, we just get sent back here, so it's not likely we're going to die on Lorelei, it's just,
Yeah.
So there is the
Lorelei.
safe version of this fight, which is go to +6.
Okay. Are you
I'm
going
going
to
to do
four?
+4
You're
instead.
going to do 4, then okay.
There
Let's
is
see.
the 2 risks are I need to hit a range on Lapras, which is a 13 and 16.
Yep.
And then I need to hit a Hydro Pump on Jinx.
Dugong.
And the advantage of this is I don't have to go into the menu and heal. So we're going to do 1. And also Waterfall isn't going to do... And it does decent damage, but we should be quote-unquote fine. Hopefully. We do have Rapidash, so we can just go Revive if we need to. It won't be there for the next fight, but, you know. Actually, hold on. What HP? 46. So this is a 13 and 16 range, which we didn't hit. And, okay.
Oh, okay.
That is fine. That is absolutely fine,
Yeah, all right.
I think.
Not ideal, but we can manage.
I think this is fine. So, we do have revives. If this lives, it doesn't live. That's fine, that's fine. Just gonna be a tad bit slow. Good thing I bought the X special defenses.
Ooh. Getting close here.
Didn't mean to scald, but that's fine.
Ooh. That was
That was a bit...
a challenging Lapras, yeah.
Okay, to be fair, 13 and 16.
Yeah.
That was on my favor, okay? That's just unfortunate.
Hello,
At least I
Jinx.
hit the high
Bye-bye,
jump.
Jinx. Yeah, there we go.
So, you know, bit scary, bit iffy. Now I technically don't have to deposit the Rapidash now because it doesn't gain any experience.
Anyway, yeah.
I will be depositing it because it's slightly faster for the Hall of Fame sequence, but
Yeah.
yeah, not ideal, but it's completely fine.
And that's going to take a Thunderbolt. Yeah,
Okay,
there it goes.
Thunderbolt.
Oh, that was fun.
That was
Give you a
definitely
bit of a
scary.
challenge, yeah.
Thankfully, the next fight is not as bad.
Yeah, it's on boy.
Like,
Bruno.
in theory, I did take a gamble, and it didn't pay off at all. Thankfully, this next fight, not the biggest problem. Thankfully. This
Bruno's
one
charged up,
is
yep.
just because we did use an few extra items, I do believe that my Starmie is now going to get turnarounds early, which is slow for Bruno, but there's nothing I can do about it. That's fine. And then we just spam Psychic. No problem. The next fight, we get to do I have petted so many times.
Pet Strat, yeah.
Yes, you might have noticed on the fight menu, there's a little bit of a shake on the Pikachu.
Okay.
There is something we can do. Obviously now we see, so turnarounds is a thing where if you get enough friendship, it's like, oh my god, it's like so proud that it does a super effective move. Also, special attack check. 139, yeah, this Starmie's 1-hit KOing Dragonite.
Nice.
That is a range, but I know for a fact that this thing is 1-hit KOing Dragonite. Guaranteed. Which is absolutely great. And then we're gonna go Poliwrath. Yeah, essentially everything just dies to Psychic. Like everything is just weak to Psychic. And we're not gonna have many problems, which is nice. I could revive the Rapidash, but I'm not going. I'm going to go fully commit to 1P strats because 1P strats are cool to see because they're definitely like high octane and definitely like very risky.
Yeah, we're doing well. We're having a lot of fun with this. You've done an amazing job.
There's
Really good
two.
run. Okay, Bruno down. Agatha time.
Agatha time, and this is where we're going to do some funky strats. But before that, we need to bag. I am going to deposit the Rapidash now. And then I'm going to go Medicine Pocket, Hyper Potion, all the way up to full. And then, just in case.
Yeah, probably sensible at this
Just
point.
in-
Yeah.
You never know. So, in this fight, you need to get yourself a plus special, a boost in special attack, and a boost in speed. Normally, that takes 2 turns.
Okay.
But what if we could do it in one
because
turn?
of the friendship.
Because
Oh, Pikachu.
we get to do this.
Oh.
Once it...
Oh, wow.
We get an Omni boost.
Okay.
Where's my
Well,
full
this
heal?
isn't ideal, but
No, we can just full heal that. You get Crunch. That's completely fine. And then all we do now is just spam Psychic. And that's pretty much the fight.
oh, nice.
That is the...
So you got that because of all the pets?
Yes.
Yeah.
If we didn't get the pets, we couldn't do that very specific strat.
Nice. So the pets helped out, folks. That's fantastic. Not only did we raise money for Christ for all those pets, we helped pull off a special strat as well.
Yeah. Pretty sure that +1 does KO everything with Psychic. I'm pretty sure you only need +1, +2 is just given to us because of the X items. But yeah, we definitely need the speed boost because Gengars are speedy. But now with the speed boost, we can just outspeed all the Gengars and everything, and we don't have to have a problem because, you know, Gengars do hurt. It's not like Ghost types back in Gen 1 where the only Ghost type move you have is Lick.
Yes.
We do have Shadow Ball.
Yeah.
And my laptop's dead. But you know what? It's fine. I don't need to know
Second Gengar. There we go.
the numbers.
Ah, you'll be fine.
Right. And that is now Agatha done. There is now one more fight for the before
Final pets, yeah.
Before final pets and before champion, which is going to be Lance. Oh, there's also a good chance that I could die to Lance as well. But so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go bag. We're gonna go not the Pokemon box. That is the wrong button game. We want to go Hyper Potion and very carefully.
Yes.
Ether the right move.
Yeah.
Because that is pretty much... I need to do something else. Oh, yeah, I need to save. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
We're good. We'll manage.
I heard you in the back there about low battery. It's fine.
Okay,
It's
here we
not
go.
a problem.
Here we go.
We have enough power. Besides, it'll go automatically to the right Joy-Con once that happens. It means I have to do all the menus the wrong way, but it's fine. So, this fight.
Here we go.
X special defense, X speed, X special attack 3 times. Don't get crit by Hyper Beam.
Okay,
Pretty
sounds like a plan. Yeah.
Pretty simple. Oh, X speed.
Ooh, see, just
Right.
doing a quick recharge there.
1.
Ooh,
Nice,
Hyper Pop
my
avoided
miss.
this. Nice.
2. That's
Hyper Beam.
And that's perfect. And then 3. And now
Recharge again. Yeah, and
spam Psychic.
bye-bye. Nice.
And now everything gets knocked out in a single hit.
Right, I would suggest we get the packs ready, Mike.
So, yeah, after this fight, we need to know on the final call of how many times I'm petting this Pikachu.
Petting the Pikachu.
As we do our final special attack check of the run. Let's see what special attack we are dealing with. I forget exactly
It was
what...
139, was
It
it
was
not?
139, so now it's 144.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain that is a guaranteed KO on Pidgeot with Psychic, but let me just double check. That is a pretty easy thing to double check. Just head to my champion notes. Right about here. Also, this Dragonite would be a range if I had bad special attack, but the special attack is
fine. Yeah, bye-bye, Dragonite.
It's 4 greater than what it needs to be.
Brilliant. There we go. That's Lance
and
down.
that is Lance down.
Excellent. Doing very well.
Where is it?
It's champion time.
Well, first it's how many pets do I have
how many pets? Pikachu.
Right, well, before we just get on to the pets, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to everyone who donated for this little mini Pet Pikachu incentive. It's been absolutely wonderful. As I said, getting over £1,000 just on this one run alone was really awesome. So thank you, everyone. It's just the one donation, but it's not just one pet, though. It's £20 from Andrew of Bob. That's already gone towards the A Pirate I Was Meant to Be song, by the way. And that comes with a comment, congratulations on getting 8 badges, have some pets. So 2 pets of Pikachu, please.
Thank you. And there goes the pets. That was a lot of pets.
And 2.
There we go. Brilliant. Thank you so much, everyone, for your amazing, generous donations.
I wasn't keeping count, but that's got to be somewhere around 25 pets.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
So
we'll do a math count
everyone.
later.
Yeah, that was really good. And the feeding as well. So thank you. Amazing. Right. Champion time.
Yep. Champion time. This is actually going to be maybe a 312 of all that thing. That's actually not bad.
It's very good. Considering all the pets.
Yep.
Done very well.
The question is, can I psychic the Pidgeot?
Probably my favourite theme in the game, apart from the...
I can psychic the Pidgeot, which is psychic, which is small time save. I am not going for that range. There is a range that I can go for with Jolteon, and I'm going to have to say, not today. So, same thing with before. X special defense, X speed, 2X specials.
Yep.
Psychic.
Oh, he's going Mega, is he?
Yeah, this is a Mega. Remember, this is
Mega
a generation.
Evolution.
This is to remind yourselves that this is a Gen 7 game. So, X speed. I can take one more. Yep, that's fine. Calculated. I didn't mean to Thunderbolt, but that's fine. That still kills anyway.
There goes.
And then...
Big Mushroom. Right.
One more. It'll go for Solar Beam. GG's.
Nice.
And that is the champion fight pretty much done, as long as I don't accidentally psychic the Slowbro. There is literally, aside from that one thing, there is literally nothing that can go wrong now. Everything is just going to get psychicked, and it's just going to be great. I could have also psychic the Pidgeot, which actually wouldn't mean that I could not psychic the Slowbro, because I'll run out of psychic DPs just in time, but it's fine. I just have to make sure that, I actually don't, do an oopsie. Because I have lost a 304 once, because I did do an oopsie, but I managed to somehow do the crazy backup of all time, but it's thankfully that PB is long gone dead, and I got myself a 302.
Okay, so.
And G.
So when's time coming up?
Time is after the Hall of Fame sequence.
Okay.
So we have about an extra minute and a bit before we actually call on time. But yes, this has been the the Allons-y of Pikachu and Eevee.
Been amazing.
Well, specifically Pikachu.
Can I just say a massive thank you, Crisis, for letting me come up and sit with you and do this. I have really enjoyed that run. I hope everybody enjoyed it as much as I did. It was brilliant. I love my Pokemon. We got to pet the Pikachu. We got to feed the Pikachu. We've raised over £1,000 for Crisis. We've done very, very well today.
And more importantly, for Skenme's sake, we're underestimated.
We're underestimate as well. I know.
We're underestimated
You'll be happy.
By 4 minutes.
And we even fitted in some tech support and fixing during the run as well.
I know. We've done really well today.
So, not sure who's in charge, but time is coming up very shortly after this fade to black on the screen. And time.
GG. brilliant. Really, really good run.
I mean, I have no idea how many of the pets actually calculate for how much time loss that would actually be, but that actually did feel like a very good run. I do actually feel like I have improved so much from, like, 310 was something I couldn't even get when I first started this game, and now with all that petting nonsense,
that was an amazing, amazing job, Crisis. Thank you so much indeed. Anything else you'd like to say before we head off?
Yeah, you know, I mean, if I want to do, quick personal shout-outs, all that stuff, I do stream on Twitch, same username, everything. I also do some YouTube videos, same username and everything. And, it's a great way to send off kind of the final run I'll be doing on the Switch, because obviously the Switch 2 will be coming out. We don't know how much improvements the games are going to be.
That's a good point. Yeah.
We'll see.
Very interesting.
There might be more Pokemon runs being able to finally get into UKSG, because they tend to be, on the longer side.
They do, yeah. I mean, this is probably one of our longest runs of the event. So,
no, this is the longest in-person run of the event.
Yeah.
Obviously, the online runs are obviously a bit long. There's the 5-hour one, but yeah, that is the Let's Go of Pikachu and Eevee. Host?
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that run. Excellent, excellent. I don't know how people do speedruns that length. There's a reason why most of my speedruns are less than an hour.
Just to be clear, there is a Scarlet and Violet category where it is 11 hours long, and I have done it multiple times.
Oh, wow.
Well,
that's
look forward
amazing.
to seeing the submission at UKSG.
I don't think, if there's enough time, I'll definitely put it in.
But thank you, crisisaurus, for that run. Thank you, Tiny Tim, for the commentary. I've been Howling Mad Mike. That is the end of my current hosting shift, so we're going to be taking a brief intermission. Coming up next, we have Infinity Gene with A Bug's Life Any Percent. But as I said, we are taking a brief intermission. Do not go too far. We'll be back very, very shortly.